Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome to Horsemen of the Apocalypse. We are Twitch affiliates and proudly sponsored by VentureSense. Click the link below, check out their amazing products, and while spending time with us in the chat, obey all the rules and listen to your moderators. While watching our stream, you are earning 2 currencies. HotA points are linked to the minigames in the chat, and you can use them to buy extra raffle tickets when we give away free merchandise. Loyalty points are used for interacting with our show. You can buy inspiration points or health potions for the Dungeon Master or for your favorite player. There are several Twitch commands that you will need to be familiar with in our chat. Refer to the panel below if you forget them, or ask a moderator for help. These commands are how you play our mini-games, enter the giveaways, or request songs for the channel playlist. If you enjoy our content, clicking the follow button will notify you when our channel goes live. Join the HotA family by becoming a subscriber, and you get several benefits. A custom icon, unique emote, increased chances of winning in all mini-games, access to a private chat room, and free song requests. The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned. And we are live. Welcome, everybody. We have missed everyone, and it is good to be back. Welcome to Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I am your humble dungeon master for the evening, DM Steelax, and we brought back our 4 favorite players. So let's go across the board, around the table, and introduce who everyone is, and we will get started. Tonight should be a pretty good game. Let's see, we are wrapping up the end of day 1 in year 1. So, who do we got around the table with us tonight?
All right, starting it off. What's up, everybody? Kyle here, coming out of York, Pennsylvania. Tonight, I'll be playing a level 1. Gosh, I really do kind of miss level 20. Level 1, but still, no matter what level it is, it's still it's just different levels of your favorite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here, and no, it's all right. Just got to roll up our sleeves a little bit, try some different tips and tricks here, and we'll see what happens when I have literally nothing at my disposal. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine. It'll be good. But
you can inspire and mock.
That's it. Just inspire and run away.
Your youthful mullet, Finley, right? So
I should really get a mullet wig for this.
That'd be pretty funny.
All right, I'll work on that for next time.
Get 20 different wigs for Connor.
Yeah. So hi everybody. My name is AJ, and I play Rin, and I am the High Elf Wizard in the party. And looking forward again to maybe perhaps pushing past day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 until we get out of year 1.
Okay.
Because oh my God, being squishy sucks. Yeah. So, Kurtz, you're gonna take all the damage for us, aren't you? That's right.
What are you doing?
You're the soaker. You're the sponge.
Not a boy.
That's my only job at this point.
Yep.
Okay, welcome.
Yeah, on that note, I'm Dylan. I play the human fighter Kurtz Glaskin, everyone's favorite
meat shield,
sword sponge, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
And I'm here to go find me a green dragonborn and torture her to death after last session.
Okay, welcome.
Hey everyone, my name is Connor. I'm going to be playing Urgra, the half-orc ranger. And, yeah, she's also feeling that level 1 fatigue.
Okay, awesome.
But she's got those
feeling
bun
extra
buns.
green.
She's got the Mickey ear hair.
Okay, awesome.
Mickey ear poop buns.
So if you guys are watching this recorded, we want to welcome you to come watch us play live. So this campaign plays on Tuesdays on Twitch, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. And then on Sundays, we have another campaign ran by AJ. So go ahead and plug that one real quick.
Yes, we have one where I am the DM, and it is called Ages Past, and we have 4 amazing players, one of which that we share here, Connor, as you can see right over there to my right or left way, off to the side. But yes, so join us there at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and of course, anytime you spend with us there, you earn HotA points and loyalty points, which you can help us here in our campaign, or you could hinder us if you're a douche, but that's okay. Either way, we love you.
Yep, loyalty points for health potions, inspiration points, corruption modifiers, which will come later. We really love you guys to interact with our players and help them out. So make sure you are here live so you can rack up those points and then purchase them for the players. Join the Discord. The link is down below, and we'd love to hear people's stories of, about Dungeons and Dragons, but then you guys can also get to know us as well. All right, let's get started. So, recap. What happened last week, and where did we leave off?
All right, last time, episode 17 of Horsemen of the Apocalypse. We had just made contact with Alundra, who apparently is going to be our patron and send us back in time after we barely escaped a confrontation with the final 4th Horseman. And so she has told us that every year since the goddesses left, there has been a week where the Aurora Borealis, a annual occurrence of bright lights in the sky, occurred. And during that time, she would be allowed to send us, the 4 champions of Destiny, back in time. And during that week, each year, we were responsible for finding out something that went wrong. And we had to somehow figure out how to correct it. And when we go back in time, naturally, our bodies go back to how they were during that time. So hence all of our bitching about being level 1, because we're in year 1.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we arrived at year 1 in what will eventually become King's Grove. And we looked a little different. Kurtz was missing his scars. Finley had a mullet. Urgra was 12 and had giant tusks that were too big for her, and her hair was completely out of control in an afro. Luckily, Kurtz apparently knows how to tame a kitchen and was able to give her some fun buns on either side.
Fun buns.
And
hashtag fun bun.
And so, having gotten ourselves together, we approached Candoria proper, and we discovered a old building that we never really noticed before that seemed abandoned in our normal timeline, appeared to be thriving as a gambling house.
Okay.
And outside was a shady human figure. After Kurtz and I did a little shopping to get some supplies, potions, and the like, we decided to go inside, whereupon we found that the gambling house was up and running, and they had a couple of games, but the main one was apparently geared towards adventurers, where you went inside, and there was a total just game of chance. There were 3 chests, and you had to open one of them, and you were trying to get coins. And one chest would always be empty, one chest would always have a coin, but one chest would always have this little black stone. And it was told that if anyone collected 20 black stones, then something terrible would happen.
Okay.
And so eventually we talked to the guy outside, because apparently he had done this before, and he had 19 black stones, and he was too afraid on the opportunity of collecting 20. He was afraid of what would happen. So he offered us the opportunity to, if we could get him 20 gold coins and give them to him, he would give us one of the blue balls that Finley has been very, very interested in.
Okay.
So,
Love my balls.
naturally, we couldn't refuse, and after some time trying to figure out the game, we figured out there were absolutely no tricks we could play. It was completely at random, and eventually we were able to get 20 plus gold coins, and we gave them to the guy, and he gave us the orb, and things were going great. And then Curse decided to see what would happen when one person got 20 of the black stones, and a giant mimic appeared.
Okay.
We did battle.
It's science, all right.
We did battle
Math
inside the casino, and all the patrons ran away, including the workers. We eventually were able to beat the mimic without losing anyone, which was nice.
Okay.
And we then proceeded to turn the place over. Urgra was able to go into the back, where apparently some magic items that were being used as prizes in some of the other games were held, and she got a longbow of warning.
Yep.
And now we were able to get one of the other workers, a girl named Tiffany, who told us that apparently the owners of the establishment were actually rather shifty, and when they came to check on the establishment, they would always wear these masquerade masks, completely obscuring their features, as well as feathered cloaks.
Yep.
And we immediately recognized this as a very similar garb to members of what is known as the Cult of Chaos, all the way back in Session 0.
Right. Throwback time. Okay.
Yep. And so we now are very interested in this little establishment. For one, being able to hand out magical items just for gambling, which seems a little crazy, but also because Cult of Chaos, we have learned, is not a good thing. And so we have decided to stage a stakeout.
Okay.
Which should be made even easier because even when the mimic attacked us and we actually had a person die.
Yep.
There were no guards who came to this establishment. They just think that the guards are on the payroll and this place is sort of supposed to be just left alone. And we later found out that apparently throughout the day when this game had been held, there have been several deaths.
Yep.
And stuff just kept on going. And so we are planning to stake out and possibly try and figure out what is going on in Candoria proper, who's in charge, who is leading, who can we possibly get as an ally for our week here. And that's where we left off.
Awesome. All right, so you guys
Thanks,
are
Connor.
planning to... so no guards have shown up. Everybody fled. You guys are planning a stakeout. So you guys are going to... Describe the stakeout. Where are you guys going to be, nestling down? How are you positioned around this gambling house? And what do you guys want to do?
First things, would it be safe to assume that Rin has made an entry of knowing the reproductive cycle of mimics?
Explain exactly what you're
Oh,
looking for.
I'm assuming the little black things are eggs or something like that, and that's how you get new mimics. They poop out black dots, and then...
Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a physical manifest. It seems more of a magical summoning.
Okay, all right. So it's not like this is
ritual.
how mimics reproduce.
No,
Okay.
no. It did.
All
So normally mimics are filled with, like gold coins or treasures or, items like that. But the one that ended up spawning seemed to be full of these black dots, 20 of them. So it seems that the ritual to make them appear is, the black, the 20 black dots coming together. All right, so you guys are...
This stakeout actually is Orion has been sent up to the heights to kind of get a good vantage point, and peering down, and I am completely blind and I'm being guided. I think I'm being guided by Urgra. I couldn't remember. Someone took my hand, and we were heading somewhere. I think we were heading to the temple. I think we were going to Alundra, and Orion is keeping watch on the street.
Okay, let me...
And what time of day is this now? When we first
Still
arrived to
pretty early.
Candoria, did all these fun things?
It's probably afternoonish. So let's see. Were you guys wanting to do other stuff throughout the day, or were you wanting to fast track for the stakeout overnight?
We're going to go. So Orion is watching the back entrance to the casino to see if any of the owners come in.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we are going to actually go to the temple to see, because apparently Tavaria is in this timeline, and we want to see what she's up to.
Okay. All right. So the temple.
On our walk, we've been in Candoria before.
Mm-hmm.
Originally this building jumped out to us because the timeline that we originally came from, this is like an old abandoned, not used building, and now it's a casino here.
Yep.
Is there anything, you don't necessarily like to go into all of them, but is there anything else as we're walking from this place to this place that's kind of like, oh, I remember that used to be a bakery, but now it's like, it's like a pet store or something. You know what I mean? Like, is there anything else kind of jumping out that's a little different, or is there pretty much some of the same places? Or
between here and the temple, there doesn't seem to be any noteworthy changes of businesses. Maybe they're smaller, maybe they're bigger, but nothing of interest seems to pop out.
Okay, cool. So, like, if there was, say, again, like a bakery or a butcher or something in 20 year, it's probably here now in one, just for the sake of conversation?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Good to know. Okay, we're walking. Here we go.
I will just quickly telepathically communicate to Orion that if he does see cloaked figures in feathers and masks, that if they do go there and they leave, to follow them. Because I won't be able to telepathically communicate once I break the distance, but I'll just keep the blah, 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 blah going on.
Okay. So if he does see something and you're out of range, what is the planned response? Is he just going to come fly to you?
It's up to follow them. Like, I just said, if he sees those individuals described, follow wherever they go.
Okay.
And then I'll just keep it, because I'll be watching him, so I just can't mentally command him at that point. He's on his own.
All right, sounds
And I
good.
can't pop him out. If he dies, he dies.
So you guys want to head towards the temple.
If he dies, he dies.
All right. So as you guys are approaching the temple, there is a gathering of some priestesses outside the entrance. And it seems like there is a little bit of a disagreement going, kind of two parties. So Tavara is there. with some priestesses behind her, and there seems to be another priestess who's dressed a little higher rank maybe, and she has some priestesses over on her side, and so this one is speaking up with Tavara, and they're kind of going back and forth, excuse me.
Back and forth.
Back
They're
and
arguing.
forth. It
damn.
seems, it doesn't seem like it's like fighting, but it's definitely a heated discussion going on. You guys are out of earshot at this point, but what would you guys like to do?
Tavara knows me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Would she recognize me?
Probably.
Alright, so I'm just gonna walk up to her and just, I'm just gonna stroll up and be like, Tavara.
Okay, so as you speak up, she maybe hears you, but the discussion seems to be taking precedence of you walking up and trying to call her out. So the woman who's speaking to Tavara seems to be calling her out on some of her teachings, and is talking about maybe a feud or some kind of split. So this woman is saying she believes the temple should have no leader, and that Alundra will return eventually, is kind of the gist as you are walking up. But as you get there, she says to her, Tavara, you are out of line. The things you are doing here are not the path of Alundra and not the way of the goddesses. I gave you the benefit of the doubt in the beginning, when we were all panicked, but now you should know better. Don't you see things that you are doing, and you're making all the matters worse? And Tavara is cool, calm, and collected, and she's holding her staff. She says, my sister Alundra is gone. I know this is troubling news for you, Nyulin. That's her name, Nyulin. But in her absence, the temple needs a leader. The goddesses have chosen me. I know your envy has blinded you. I do not fully understand the messages from the goddesses that they're sending me, but I have faith that they are all part of a larger plan. Everything the goddesses do for me is for the betterment of all of our people. If they have chosen me, there must be a purpose. You must understand this. And Nyulin says, Alundra is not gone. She is in each of us. It is you who wishes to drive her out of our hearts for your own gain. You claim to have the blessings of the divine, but I have reason to see doubt. What do you guys want to do?
I'm just gonna walk up. Damn, you're that envious of this young girl's position in the temple? Shame on you.
Are you talking to Nyulin?
Yes.
Okay. And she'll kind of sidestep as you're approaching. Who are you?
No one really. Close friend of Alundra, and hate to tell you, but she is gone.
Well, you're friends with Alundra. Have you seen her?
Well, no, she's gone. That's what I just said.
Yeah, none of us have seen her in some time. But since you're friends with her, I gotta let you know, I do not trust Tavara. I think her ways might be evil and her intentions are purely selfish. She only arrived a few years ago, and it's amazing that so many of the sisters are willing to follow her blindly. What do you think about this?
No one follows anyone blindly. Of course, she might have a reason for them to follow her. Maybe you'd follow her if you weren't so stuck in your own... What was it? Envy?
It's not a matter of envy for me. Tavara does not have the white eyes, and we have been taught that the white eyes are the symbol that someone is the chosen head priestess. But Tavara has worked her way into the head priestess position, and she doesn't have the white eyes, and this concerns me and some of the sisters. And she'll kind of point to the small gathering that's behind her.
Excuse me, I'm rather new to the temple, but was there priestesses before Alundra who had the white eyes?
Alundra has been the head priestess for quite some time. She is half elf and has lived for hundreds of years. So, there has been ones before, but she's been around before she disappeared for a very long time.
And so did any of the previous priestesses have white eyes before Alundra?
That's a good question. I can look into that.
You probably should, since that seems to be your main argument against Tavara.
Well, Lundra is the one who said that that's the indication that the head priestess is tied to the goddesses.
Okay. You know how I said Alundra's gone? I think you thinking Alundra is gone, period, lowercase g. I'm using gone, uppercase G. She's not coming back.
But her teachings are still with us.
Okay. And how do those teachings conflict in such a way that you feel the need to oust this young woman?
She has come in and is making policy changes and reconstructing how the temple works, and has insisted that the temple take over political matters within Candoria.
I'll turn to Tavaria. Hi, Tavaria. It's been a while.
She'll turn. She was kind of turned and she was talking to the priestesses that are on her side, and she looks like, oh, Kurtz. Yeah, it's good to see you. How are you?
Quite terrible, I'm afraid. My children are dead. However, the current issue is the one that we should discuss.
You calling Tavara over to speak to you, Nylin will kind of turn, kind of like not wanting to be near Tavara. She will kind of back off and is talking, to all the sisters on both sides. So, as you
Are
can
you afraid she's going to give you a disease? Have discourse, for Christ's sake. Sister's sake, I don't know.
Tavara will say to you, we can all agree to disagree, but, establishing stability within the temple is my priority, and free speech is definitely something we respect, but I don't understand where she's coming from. You know me. I only want the will of the goddesses to be known, and sometimes that requires change. Alundra was running things improper, and the goddesses have revealed to me the way that it should be, and so restructuring should be a huge priority.
Well, you are in charge. But
Right.
just be careful that you don't overreach your boundaries. The temple is a religious organization. From what I understand, you're trying to intervene in politics. The temple should not control the lives of the people. You should be there as a crutch for them. Something for them to trust in when all else fails.
Yeah, I know these times are hard for all of the sister priestesses, and they're hard for me as well. There's a lot of pressure, being the new head priestess coming in. But if I ignored the things the goddess is telling me, I would be directly disobeying them, and that is something I cannot do, Kurtz. Even if it upsets people, ones I would like to call friends. Do you think you could talk to her for me? She refuses to listen to me, but if only I could talk to her, someone could talk to her, and show her that we're all on the same side.
Well, I could speak to her, but I believe my friend here, Finley, and by the way, that's Kurtz and Rin, maybe a little more.
Kurtz and Rin.
Yes, use any of your
Finley
friends.
and Rin. Ergra, Finley.
Welcome everybody.
Yes, hello.
Are we at the temple yet?
What's that? You're in front of the temple.
Are we at the temple yet?
Yes.
Yes, we're at the temple, Rin.
Are we at the temple yet?
Because you're...
I grab his
Gotcha.
head and nod.
Did we see Tavaria? Is she here?
What is wrong with this man?
I cover his mouth.
Is he
Am I
blind?
looking
I just tap it.
He's a wizard. He's very strange. Don't worry about him.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Well, are you all willing to go and speak with her? She's so set in her ways, which I can understand, but she needs to understand we're all on the same side.
I'll get everyone
Have
out.
people any other reason aside from the god's will that for why you are changing things.
No, I mean, I'm not here to do things of my own accord, just the accord of the goddesses.
Well, maybe you could try to change your method of persuasion into actually adding a touch of logic to it rather than just, they told me to, deal with it. Because that seems sort of what you were handing out to the people.
Well, I mean, we need to...
I'm asking you to use your brain.
Right. Well, I'm going to do the things that I think is right in the eyes of the goddesses and lead the temple in the direction it needs to be. Any misdirection in the past needs to just be dropped, and it needs to be rectified. So come, sisters, we're going to go about our business and leave these naysayers. Hopefully they will come to realize the truth, and she will, all of her followers will follow her into the temple, and they will close the door behind them, leaving Nylin and her followers there.
Are any of these priestesses hot?
Ooh, give me a perception check.
First roll.
Hot check.
Candoria 7s.
Yeah, I don't know. They all seem kind of in a vulnerable state right now, so that is maybe
Perfect.
Making
Wonderful.
them seem more appealing. So they all seem to be that are still there, kind of very distraught and not knowing what to do, very torn with the situation, but are listening to what Nylin's saying about staying true to the core values that they were taught, and
Yeah, all right. Since this is kind of a God conversation and thing, Finley's just going to be kind of just mingled into this whole situation, just kind of listening. But, you know, if I see like one or two of them, I'm going to kind of like stand, you know how you kind of like just like associations, I'm just going to stand kind of with them and be like, oh, what's her fucking problem? Man, she is just like the worst, isn't she there? And just like kind of, you know how you just like agree with women when you just want to just like, you know, get them locked in. I'm just a lot of head nod, just, oh man. And then if they say like, yeah, right, she's really just really off right, and I'll be like, all right. Yeah, that's all I'm doing right now, just totally agreeing with all these priestesses.
Sure.
I'm on their side.
And as you're kind of like, you know, getting on their side, you kind of pick up that these followers of Nylin are, they all have their different reasons of, you know, why they are choosing to stick with the, you know, the old teachings of Alundra. Some of it's for personal reasons, some of it's for the political reasons, some of it's for, you know, the teachings differences. But they all seem to have one thing in common of not necessarily following Nylin, but because they still want to follow the teachings of Alundra. And Nylin is speaking up about that. That's why they're siding with her. It's not necessarily loyalty to Nylin, but it's the loyalty to Alundra.
Yep, that's this is kind of a not Finley topics, but I am going to assist in just
Okay.
rallying around with these little
Sure.
the troops here. Just totally agreeing. And that's good. I just listened to a little bit of gossip of, you know.
Sure. Cluck, 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 cluck. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that. Yeah. Doing their nails, be like, oh, that's just terrible. Yeah, right. Yeah. Tell me more, darling. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay.
That's all Finley's doing while you guys are doing your thing. I'm just trying to get a vibe of the group here.
I'll walk over to the group and say, excuse me.
Where are we going?
First, will you please hold on to him?
Yeah.
I
Can I get out
couldn't
some rope and just tie him to me like a leash?
Okay.
I couldn't help but notice that the doors are closed and you're still out here. Now, are you allowed back in the temple at this point?
We are. So there's the washing of the stones that needs to take place, and it's not a tradition that Tavara is wanting us to follow anymore, but it's something that's, you know, it's a ritual, something we always do, and so I think we're going to have to do it without them.
Are you referring to the stones that previously would float but now have fallen?
Yes. So there was a yearly ceremony called Washing of the Stones, where the stones of the goddesses, the floating orbs, were cleaned so that they shine the brightest. Even though the stones are no longer floating, and they, you know, appear to be void of divine presence, I believe that washing the stones may help remind everybody what is truly important. If nothing else, it'll raise spirits of everyone.
So, washing a rock, you feel is the best course of action to take at this point in time?
Well, it's the symbology of it.
You know, it'd be more symbolic.
What?
Teaching the lessons of Alundra of peace and togetherness in these trying times, and not going on with old and probably useless traditions. If you say the divine energy has left these stones, then it is just a rock.
Well,
just like when the soul leaves a body, it's just meat.
Right, but I mean, people gather for this because it's a tradition, and we can use this opportunity while we wash the stones. That necessarily may not be important, but it gives us an opportunity to tell people who gather to watch what we're doing and spread the news of the goddesses and, you know, Alundra's original teachings.
Oh, how they left?
I don't know why, but, you know, we need to continue. We took oaths, and we have a duty to the temple, and that is to serve the goddesses.
While I'm listening to gossip and, like, you know, just listening to them each kind of yabble, if I have to, I'll ask the question unless someone kind of drops it. But are any of them talking, or I'll ask the question, that's fine too, about what sort of, like, symbol or whatever, like, Tavara got word from the goddesses that she was supposed to take over the mantle? Has anyone, like, talked about what that was, or is it just because, oh, the goddesses talked to me, so is that her only, is that, so again,
Gotcha.
I'll ask that question if I'm not picking that up from the group,
Right.
But I don't know if they're like, well, no mirror told me that I was supposed to be, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to see if I can pick up on what what they're putting down here.
Yeah.
If they're...
Nobody's going to passively say it, so it's going to require you to bring up the topic.
Okay,
when you
that's
do,
fine. So while I'm like, you know, like,
yeah.
oh yeah, that's just terrible. And who gives her permission, right?
Right.
Am I right? Like, what divine presence or something told her that she was supposed to take up the mantle? Huh? Does anyone even know? Was it just because she was told to by the goddesses? I could be told that too. Oh, I'm on the mantle for, like. All right, so I'll just drop it like that and see what I pick up.
Right. Yeah. Their responses is going to be that none of the other sister priestesses saw any kind of divine indication. It was just Tavara self-appointing her, you know.
Okay, yep, that's what I was going for. Cool. Good.
Pull the group aside for a second. We know Tavara's the correct leader, though, right?
We know that she has a connection to the goddesses, according to the last Horseman.
Well, I mean, we're making a couple assumptions here, folks, because, I mean, I know the Horseman was, you know, looking for her, but is it because the goddesses had appointed her, or just because she was the temple person in charge? I mean, it could be one of the two things, or they could be one of the same, sure, but, I mean, just because you want to be, you can't just go up and just say it because you want to be. I mean, who wants to be Roll of Candoria? Let's appoint cards here, like, because someone told him he could. Let's fucking do it, like.
No one's
if that's what you want to do, I guess we can fucking do it. But you know,
I'm just saying, guys. No one's telling me I can't.
All hail, new king of Candoria, Kurt's Classic. No.
That's my goal.
Oh,
you do your grace then. We can just bump the Lord up to grace.
I need to find a crown.
But does everyone know what I'm saying? I mean, we're taking a lot of things for granted here and for word's sakes. But I mean, you know, I can spread some rumors too, and I'll fucking rule Candoria here and like give me a week. You know what I mean? So we just really don't have concrete proof besides a lot of hearsay, if you will.
Why don't we just ask Alundra? Or not Alundra, Tavara. Can we ask Alundra?
I mean, I do have that crystal in my backpack.
Shit, we do have a fucking crystal, don't we?
I wouldn't try it right now, but...
Right, okay. Do we even know how this thing
works? You guys have kind of took a step back away from everybody. Yeah, that's fine. So nobody can overhear.
We got this Alundra crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys, check out this crystal.
Holy hooey, buddy!
You got turned into a rock, right?
Always trying to steal me Lucky Charms.
We're time travelers from the future. Yeah.
They're after me, Lucky Charms.
I I mean, that's a fair point, Urgra. We literally could just ask her and maybe get some more concrete proof before we continue down this. I mean, what's to say this Nyolan chick? I mean, she seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders. She's preaching Alundra and waiting for her to come back. We already know she's not, but still. I mean, is anything worse than Tyvaria here, or what are we going for?
I did try to tell her that she's gone, but apparently that didn't register in their brains.
I thought that was really good. The lowercase g, uppercase g. I got it. I was picking it up there, but I don't know where she was going. But it sounded good. I liked it.
Give me another perception check, Finley.
Okay. I'm terrible at this. I'm way better at other things.
They're getting uglier by the minute.
Yeah, they are.
All right, no, that's good enough. So you know,
literally,
while you guys are kind of talking a little ways away, you notice that 3 of the followers around Nyolan are kind of bent over, and they're pulling out of these crates some very old-looking large pots that are, quite large. And the reason why it caught your eye is, they're moving around, but one of the priestesses, they wear these kind of gown.
They were bent over carts, you mean?
They were bent
Is that why
over.
I was looking?
Yeah, and one of them's skirt kind of got caught on one of the edge of the boxes while she's holding this, and she doesn't notice, and it's showing like all of her legs. And these are kind of like nun kind of figures, and so they're very, very modest. Very prude, but she hasn't noticed that her whole upper leg almost to a bikini line is exposed, caught on this box, and that caught your eye, but she hasn't noticed it yet.
Makes sense. And what was on the crates?
The crates are just standard, but they're pulling these large, old, ancient pots.
They have koi on them.
No, they do not.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that too, kinda. I was like, wait a tick-tock. All right, so I will stare creepily for but a moment. But what will I do? I'll kind of do a little halfling jog over there and probably get slapped for this, but I will try to say like, "Oh, darling, you're kind of caught there a little bit." And while I try to help her with her leg thing, I'll get slapped, sure, whatever. Can I see what's kind of going on in these crates while I'm like helping?
Sure. So as we'll get to the helping part. You're looking around. What are you looking for specifically?
Just to see what's going on with crates. I mean, there's a certain line of succession here. No, that's not the right word.
Succession.
There it is. There, sure, like that. So chicks bend over crates. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. Then like that, and then I come over. It's like, oh well, while I'm here, let's look in some crates. What's the cargo?
So as you're peering in, it seems like there's a lot of straw and other like braces. You get the impression that these might be very fragile by the amount of like overprotection inside of the crates while they're resting in there. But they've pulled all of them out. There doesn't seem to be anything else in them, but a lot of straw, a lot of bracings to protect the pots. Okay.
And can I get a better look at these pots? Like, are they like urns or something, or are they colorful?
Like urns, maybe ceramic. They seem like they could, very easily be damaged. They're not like metal or anything that's robust.
Okay. And am I picking up any kind of? Are these? I mean, we're at a temple, so sure. But am I seeing like? Are these like old Greek things where there's like heroes on the side of them with like fighting lions and shit, or are there like goddesses on the side, or are there symbols, or
no etchings, no markings or anything around the outside. They look just like old run down pots.
And what color are they?
They're like a beige, dark, or a light brown kind of color. And so as you're kind of peeing around and you're like, oh, like indicating, are you trying to like pull it down or just telling her?
Oh, no, I was definitely pulling on it, yeah, just to totally get side distracted so I can see what's going on. Oh my gosh, let me help you here, darling, as I'm like...
Okay, so she's holding this pot, and she didn't realize that her dress was caught on it, and she just sees you grabbing for her thigh, and she starts freaking out, oh, what are you doing?
You're stuck here, darling. Just hold on but a moment. I'm just trying to help you here. And I'm like... on the Candoria 7, are we like a 7.5 or like the 6.5? Like what side of the Candoria 7 are we on here?
Like a 7.3 maybe.
All right, cool. All right,
I'll scale.
I will vary because this is young Finley now, so this is part of the deal. I know I still have like old mind, but I'm still like young at heart kind of thing. I will very creepily sleight of handly if I need to.
Okay.
cop like a little bit of feel on the leg, just a
Ooh.
little bit. Like,
Okay.
hold on.
Don't
Okay.
molest the nun.
Oh God,
Give me a sleight of
it's
hand
been
check.
so long.
Sleight of hand check, please.
Uh,
Oh my
this is
God.
why we.
I'm missing
this is why
all
we
of
don't
this
have
shit.
ads.
I'm being the diligent, good little wizard watching the alley as
Oh, so you try to be kind of nonchalant about it, but you actually get like a full-on leg grab, and as you
Yep.
like make contact to skin, she starts to like, oh my God, what is happening here? I'm being raped, and
I'm not being raped. I'm
and
just copping a feel, man.
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
and none of the other sisters seem to notice what's going on, but they hear her shriek and kind of like cry for help, and she goes to.
I'll
Like,
I'll try to help her with the urn there. After
Okay,
she shrieks, I'm like, oh my
so
gosh, I'm so sorry, and I'm like trying to
she's
grab the urn.
like taking an arm off to kind of like stop your groping, and she seems like she's starting to lose a handle on the pot.
Yeah. So as that's happening, as she shrieks and she goes to grab for me, I'll try to help her with the urn thing. Like, it's
You just
very
go for the
discombobulated
chest.
right now.
Carrying out a chest, you just go like,
I'm so sorry. Oh my God, it's like one of those very awkward things where I'm trying to help, and now I'm touching
So you
very
went-
awkward places by accident.
So you're going for the grope, and then you want to try to stabilize the urn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me some kind of check for that. What kind of skill are you going to
goodness.
use for that?
Oh goodness. I guess I'm trying to do this a little bit more of a quick way, so like just a
Kim.
straight like a dex one or something. Or?
Sure.
can I assist if when I see him being creepy and just kind of come over? And,
So you guys were a little ways away, and he kind of sprinted over there before.
Jesus, what is happening?
well, this is this
Breaking
avenue.
urn.
Oh no.
Okay, so you are not able to get under the pot in time, but one of the other sisters who heard the shriek grabs the other side of the pot and is able to stabilize it. And then as you kind of look up, your eyes lock with this girl that you were just accidentally groping, and she is like completely mortified look on her face, and she's like, "What are you doing?"
No, darling, I'm so sorry. Your thing was caught on the thing, and I was trying to help you, and I was just trying to, and then you like lost the urn there. It was a big misunderstanding here. I promise, I had the best intentions here the whole time. Fiddly Shenanigan, by the way. What is your name?
And she'll kind of like, now that the other sister's holding the other side of the pot, she'll pull her dress down and is really, really embarrassed, and she kind of like looks over at the other priestess, and she kind of grabs the urn, and she turns to run away, just kind of like covering her face, completely embarrassed at the situation.
Blush to none, guys. Mission accomplished. Week one done.
Check.
We were only supposed to come back for this moment. All right. Okay. So now that I caught the feel and also saw these urns a little up close, I'll come back to the group. Be like, well, I did what I partook to do there. Mission accomplished.
What did you learn?
One, nuns blush too. Go figure. Priestesses, they're not really nuns, right?
No.
Priestesses do blush. No, didn't know that, so that's a new information. But on a more important note here, they're carrying some sort of urns or something. And does anyone have any kind of gut check here feeling on what they could possibly have to do with these urns? They look very fragile. Nope, fragile. What's that word? It was on the box.
Fraggle.
Fraggle. Yep, that's it. They looked very fraggle. There was a lot of straw, a lot of casing. Pretty standard looking urns, but I mean, why do you think they'd be taking care of them so much? Like, just that fraggle or what?
Can I
Aside
just-
from Nylin telling us that she's planning to do the washing of the stones, and that washing might involve some sort of water container.
Oh, hey, maybe that might be it. That is. I never even thought of that. I was distracted, but I mean, I was totally focused on the mission.
What is the religion check for, Kurtz?
The pots.
Okay. So you would actually this ceremony is something you've heard about before. You haven't actually partaken in it. But this is the pots all line up. So it seems like the pots are what they use to fill up the water for the washing.
Yeah, it's for washing the rocks.
Oh, all right. That's two for water for rock washing there. Okay, all right. You never know. I was a little curious there. You know, my mind goes a million miles a second. I saw something. I had to go look. You know, it was like I was super curious. That's all.
Maybe don't molest the rest of the priestesses.
Did it look that bad? I really thought I kind of pulled that off there, and
No.
didn't do No, nothing.
Look-
All
it
right.
looks bad. Even a small man next to a screaming, blushing virgin is not a good thing, Finley.
All right, right. I
Rin.
feel like even Rin saw that, and he can't even see right now, that's impressive.
So
feel it.
speaking of Rin, you're still watching through the eyes of Orion, right? Okay.
Yep.
So what exactly are you? What is the owl doing?
I mean, he's just literally sitting up in the high, like, rooftopy area, a nice, good position where he's out of the way, but he can see, like, the front, the alley, like, he can get a good vantage point from the main thoroughway to see, you know, which way anyone might come towards the establishment.
Okay. And you see a figure that doesn't have a mask on, but has a cloak that has some kind of like downy feathers. It's not the full-blown ones as before, and he's moving very, very quickly towards the back alley of the gambling establishment.
There's someone with a cloak. Someone with a cloak that's approaching.
All right. We'll deal with the molestation charges later. We need to get back to the casino.
All right. I really feel like I pulled that off though, there, guys. But all right,
No,
if you
didn't.
no, that was bad.
was
bad.
bad.
All right.
It was bad.
All right.
As we're headed back,
He's moving quickly. He's moving very quickly.
And he's moving very, very fast, and you see him setting down this wrapped kind of package. It's kind of like this box shape, and it's got this cloth, and it's tied around at the top, and he's setting it down in front of the alleyway door.
I just quickly go up to Nylon. When and where is the washing rock thing?
When and where? Oh, we're getting ready to leave to go fill up these pots here in just a little bit.
When and where?
To the Tears of the Goddess. Have you guys heard of the Tears waterfall?
Yes. Okay,
Yeah,
now
that's
when?
maybe in about half an hour.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
I just pick up Rin and throw him on my shoulder. Like,
What the hell?
Okay. So you
What the
see
hell?
this mysterious figure. He's dropped the package and he is starting to beeline run away. Are you gonna want to follow him or have him stay there?
Well, I mean, I can't control him. I said for him to follow anyone who had the description of a feathery cloak, so...
Okay, so your vision is going to follow where the bird goes, and the bird is going to start to follow this guy. But he ends up... So how is Orion following?
flying in the air.
Like a bird.
Like how far up?
I'm guessing whatever a natural bird's height would be, probably. I'm guessing he could be
80
anywhere
to
from like
100?
80 to 100 is my guess.
Okay. So he's probably not going to notice the bird, but his behavior is... it seems like he's just assuming somebody might be watching, and he's taking very evasive maneuvers going through these alleyways, and eventually your vision actually loses him. He's kind of ducking between barrels and going into shadow areas, and like he's trying to lose if there was anybody, and the bird ends up like losing track, flies up a little bit higher, and doesn't see any traces of this person.
Okay, well, I'm guessing the bird's just gonna keep circling, and if he doesn't see anything, he'll just probably keep in that general area.
Okay, all right.
Until
So
I get
he's
back within range.
try aerial view, trying to see any kind of traces, and hasn't seen any yet, but is still looking for this person.
Looks. Orion's lost him. He's moved. He's off. He's. Oh, damn. Do I know where this in the city is? Like, with Orion's perspective, can I triangulate the location? Can I GPS as a wizard?
It's probably somewhere I'm pinging on the map around here.
Alpius?
Okay. Oh, way over there.
Alpius?
Okay.
Oedipus?
I will break my vision so I can go. He's over there. Why the hell am I on you, Kurtz?
Oh yeah, Kurtz has you. You're fine. Okay.
You walk too slow,
What's this
Yeah,
rope? Why did you tie a rope around me?
so I don't lose you.
You'd lose me?
Possibly.
Why?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, fuck. Let me down.
What?
Put me down.
I mean, in all fairness, Wizard, when you can't see you were walking in the buildings and stuff before. It was just getting out of hand, so we tied a rope to you. It's just a little easier.
No, you run too slow.
Let's move. And
I
pick
move
up-
faster than all of you.
Okay. So as you guys are dashing through the roads, and you are back in front of the gambling establishment, and you see this little package that is sitting on the ground, and it looks like this.
And you can talk to us while you're in that form, right? So you can tell us that there's a package there and all that shit.
I think he broke it too. So.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would have said there's a
That's what he's
package.
doing this whole time, asking if we're at the church or not.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Good call. Okay. So wait. Hold on here.
shared
Okay.
What it looks like to all of you guys, and it's on the stream, so viewers can see it as well.
Okay.
Is it another mimic?
No, it's smaller. It's
A
maybe like
lunchbox.
a
Small
foot by
mimic.
a foot
Small
by,
death. Small death trap.
It's a pocket.
Wait. All right. So wait. Are we just gonna go pick that? We're not gonna pick that thing up, are we? Are we just gonna watch? Maybe we should stake out the stakeout now. Now we're gonna double stake out where we were already staking out.
So continue the stakeout.
What if we just take
Yes.
I don't know. I wouldn't trust it if he dropped it and ran. It's.
Well, it seems like he's just doing like a dead drop.
Do you want me to try and I can send a mage hand? I think I have mage hand. I'm pretty sure I have that.
Come on, level 1
Yeah.
wizard.
I have mage hand. Do you want me to send a mage hand to try and poke at it, lift it, move it?
Yeah, poke it and see if it like explodes or something.
Okay.
From my previous experience before, yeah, just try to poke at it first, and then if you can continue groping it as you go.
Right. I'm gonna give a good 30 feet distance. That's the max I can go.
Okay.
And then I'm going to send a translucent mage hand over there to see if it can lift open or somehow fiddle with the chest of it and see if it doesn't.
Urgra, Kurtz, do you want to continue to try to follow the man who dropped this off, or should we all stay here, or what do you want to do?
Honestly, are we kind of close to where the package was dropped off?
Yeah, so
We're 30 feet away
just
from it.
outside the casino, there's this kind of circle area with some brushes, and there's this statue of some kind of warrior that.
I'll try a survival check looking for anyone who specifically was like rushing to get away in the direction that the owl saw him go. So maybe I
Okay.
can get a trail.
Okay.
First, do you want to help me out?
No, sure.
Alright, survival advantage. That is a 24.
No one else seemed to notice this person, and he seemed to be alone.
But I can find his trail and try and follow it.
No, it seems like he was. If he hadn't been trying to cover his tracks and be very, very evasive, he probably, especially with the 24, would be able to pick up on it. But he seemed to be purposefully trying to lose any trace of where he's going.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. This guy clearly knows what he's doing. We're not going to find him unless
Very, very
we
impressive.
find him.
Here's
And
something.
it would probably trigger something with you too, that nobody tries this hard to not be followed.
Well, I mean, in all fairness here, I mean, what are the streets of Candoria made of? Fucking cobblestone or brick or
Cobblestone, yeah.
mud?
For the main ones, and then the back alleys are more dirt and grass.
Right. Don't be so hard on yourself, Urgra. I mean, how do you? I'm looking down at the stones. Like, how do you know? How would you even fucking track anyone? It's just all stones and things. I mean,
You just said hard onto a lady.
I did.
Or to a girl.
Hey, we're on the same. We're a team members, okay? I don't think like that. We're all on the same team.
Anyways, Ren, what's happening?
I don't know. I mean, the hand is trying to open and remove the box.
Okay, so it's poking or opening or grabbing. What is it doing?
While you're doing, one second, Ren. While he's doing this, I'm just gonna keep like, okay. So I imagine we're like kind of like here, and the thing is down here, and we're like kind of doing shady business outside an alley. So while he's looking this way and fiddling around with this box, can I just kind of keep an eye out to see anything going on in the streets out here?
Sure.
Just keeping an eye out, just making
Yeah,
sure. You know how there's always a lookout, right? We're kind of like leaning up against the thing, just like, come on, Ren, hurry the fuck up, like that kind of thing. That's all I want to do. Just
Sure. Okay.
keeping an eye out.
So, what is the mage hand doing to this package?
Is there a lid, or is it a burlap sack? Is it a box? What is it?
I shared it with you guys so you can see what it looks like.
I'm not seeing a picture.
I'm not either.
It's on the
See it on
stream.
the stream, but yeah. That's
Oh, the stream. Oh,
I did share it with you.
Okay. I see it there. All right. I guess you have to pull the cloth to open the knot, like untie the knot.
Sure. Okay, so as the mage hand kind of pulls on it, the fabric will kind of fall, and there's this wooden box that is revealed inside of it.
Like with the lid.
Yep.
Okay,
And
mage hand.
it doesn't seem to have a latch or anything. It's just, the
Okay,
lid's just closed.
just to be extra safe, I'm gonna try to get behind a building corner that I can within range. So just to get some protection, I'm gonna tell it to lift the lid.
There is a wagon that's nearby. You could kind of hide behind the wheel of it and still be within range.
Okay, yeah. I'll get some little bit of extra cover, and I'll just be like, okay, I'm going to open it now.
Okay.
Carefully.
And the mage hand very gingerly comes in and lifts the lid, exposing maybe like a red egg, or so. It's like an egg kind of shape of something that's kind of attached to of kind of a cube base that looks wooden.
Take it. Do I know what that is?
Have
I seen this or heard of this?
Give me a history check.
Okay, I'm good with that. I'm good with history.
I'm just
You're
gonna
the only
walk out
one.
at this point.
Okay, let's try.
Alright.
42.
You actually have never seen anything like this. Nothing stands out. No clue what it is.
All right, I have no idea what this is. Anyone? I'm still with allies are with me, right?
Kurtz
Yeah.
is walking up to the package.
Kurtz, you don't know what that is? I don't know what it is.
Exactly.
You don't know what it is.
Exactly. That's
None
how we
of-
find
none
out.
of you four have seen a device like this.
Oh, so it's like a mechanical looking kind of thing.
Possibly.
Oh,
I pick it up.
Okay, so as you walk over, you see the fabric part drooped out, and this mage hand extend. What color is your mage hand? Blue? Or is it clear?
I mean, yeah, I guess it's like a faint translucent
Kind of like a genie arm kind of thing.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, like ghost hands, you know.
Okay, so you see this hand just kind of opening up, and as you peer over, you look in there. It looked like maybe like an egg, like a red egg before, but as you're looking in there, Kurtz, it actually looks more like a rosebud. You can kind of see like petals and stuff at the top of it. All right, so as you pick it up and you kind of move it, you hear kind of a chime note come from the box portion of it, kind of like plung, as you pick it up and as it moved around. Okay, and if you shake it, you'll kind of hear another bling.
Guys, I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna take it.
And at the bottom of the platform, there seems to be some kind of dial.
I got an idea.
Dial.
I'm gonna take out some pen and paper, or quill and paper. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
Charcoal and paper.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
write.
You have a quill. That's fine.
We have your thing. Leave a message for us if you want it back. And then I'm gonna put that in the box and close the box back up and leave it.
If only you had your stamp, Kurtz. You could
Yeah.
just stamp that shit. Missed that stamp.
That's certainly one option.
We have your thing.
So, okay, DM, can you, so it looks like a rosebud, but it's on like a block or something?
Yeah, so
And there's
like
a dial.
Right. So there's the box with the little crank dial. There's little legs that stick out more than the dial, and it seems like if you twist it, it would activate. There's like little hinges at the bottom of the pedals. They're all kind of wrapped around.
It makes me think like a music box with just a rosebud on top.
That is exactly the impression that you get from it.
Mine now.
Do you want the mage hand to turn it, or do you? I don't know if we should
How
be
about,
near this.
how about we take it like out of town?
Well, Rin, are you able to discover like what it does, like magically? Do you have that ability?
I could. I have to hold it and handle it for at least 10 minutes, but I don't know if I want to get close.
That's
to
usually how I figure out things too. I gotta hold it and just caress it for 10 minutes, and then I can tell you a little bit more about what makes it tick, Oh,
You can
I
give me
think-
an Arcana check from a distance if you're scared about it. There's nothing. The
Ooh.
thing itself doesn't appear to be like a bomb or anything. It seems to be like a music box. But you can do any kind of...
Black beads turn into mimics. I think I have a reasonable dose of caution here.
That's good.
Okay. It doesn't seem to have any kind of magical trigger on it or anything. It doesn't seem like there's, like it's not a magical item. It's...
I don't see any runes or markings. It might just be mundane. Kurtz, you should be able to twist it. It'll activate.
You didn't see anything magical or special about those beads either.
I mean, that is
That's a fair point.
Yes.
And they tried to eat me.
Well, those were mimic eggs, Kurtz. You know the thing.
I say we take this out of town or somewhere secluded and play with it.
We need to stay here and be able to watch to see who's supposed to come pick it up.
That's why we have the owl.
But
And look how well that worked out last time.
We got the thing.
All right, maybe we're just fucking doing stakeouts wrong here. I mean, I've never been on one before, but I have seen like plays before, and like it was like this like guards, and they like stake out this place, and then they're like they're eating like pastries or something, and they're talking about their lives, and they're they're getting too old for shit and things, and then they're then the bad guys come, and then they chase them on their wagons. It's really cool, but I think we just did this all kinds of wrong here, and I was thinking about it before. Maybe we just need to like physically stake this place out from afar and watch it for ourselves. I mean, maybe, right? And then at least we're like, here, quick on the action to give chase or something.
I think
that gets my vote and double vote for the pastries.
Finley, you have this like burning question mark in the back of your brain, that soul adventurer portion of you. You really want to know what this thing does, and it's just seems like a music box.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong, DM. I'm thinking about just opening it when I was looking. I mean, what do y'all think about the stakeout idea? I mean, we could get some food, right? Or I remember we could get some meats or things. We could drink. We could have a good time, but just keep it kind of low key. But make sure to come to see who picked this up, and then we grab them. We interrogate them, right, Kurtz? And I look at Kurtz. That's like your fucking thing, right? You love to do that shit.
That is true. I do like torturing and interrogating.
well, I mean, it could be yes, we can, but don't forget maybe that could actually be a message meant for someone. It actually could have a message in it.
And I left a message.
Hey, can I see that wizard? I mean, everyone else seems to be taking.
I'm not
a peek
holding
at
it. Kurtz says you can take it.
Oh, Kurtz. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you still had it. Okay.
I turn it.
You turn the dial?
That's what I was gonna do. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you kind of wind it up. It takes a few clicks, and so as you wind it up, the mechanical gears begin to churn within the base as plingy tones slowly emanate from the device. First, it sounds kind of eerie because it's at a slow speed, but once it gets up to a faster speed, reaches full speed, the melody is actually quite pleasant. It's kind of going through, the first part of a verse or something of a song. And you see the rose petals as the little dial thing is slowly turning at the bottom. The rose petals begin to bloom, and then they fully open, and then it reveals a glass sphere with the little spinning dancer in the center with some silver flecks that seem to be floating in clear liquid within.
Oh. Well.
Very expensive.
Wait, you said there's a dancer on the inside?
Yeah, like a little ballerina
like
or something.
yeah.
Exactly.
I inspect the ballerina. Is the ballerina alive?
Give me a perception check.
Because then we have a whole nother problem that we're going to have to deal with.
All right. So as you hold the thing closer, you're looking, you're listening, and you can hear a very faint, tiny female voice coming from inside the sphere, and it says, "Finally, someone found me. Please help!"
Holy fucking shit!
And
What cards?
on our first break.
Oh.
All right, thanks everyone for sticking with us. We're gonna take a few minutes, and we will be back. We'll find out what is going on with this music box.
Love it. Love it. The dice are telling me it's a 20. We're sticking with it. Okay, just go. I'm gonna go over here because I'm gonna belt this shit. I'm just gonna go.
Yes, this is my daughter Melody.
Ah!
Oh.
You shall find justice upon your soul. Turn it into a, let's go with a gelatinous cube.
Okay.
And I'll let it just go ahead and sit there and start dissolving the place up.
Yeah, we're on our phones.
No, we're paying attention. Yeah, we're focused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah.
I'll just sort of run my finger through the scar that goes across my headline. Indeed.
Grab it by the head, start slamming the skull into the stone wall next to me until the skull just shatters. Bend the fucking knee, peasants.
I'm gonna burn a lucky point.
Okay.
Oh my god!
It's meant to be.
Tell Caldivar, if you can, please, sir, that Kurtz Glaskin is going.
I come up to Ren and say, speaking of teamwork, do you have any offensive spells at all?
Right? He's got a really scruffy, nasty beard and kind of kicks his foot. Ow! Down. When he just starts going off on this rift. Martha will turn to the crowd and he'll go, "Are you not entertained?" Hail, brave adventurer!
Hello there, everyone's favourite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here. Being the soulful adventurer that I am, and known for telling a tale or two, pull up a stool to grab a pint as I tell you a story about my favourite hero, me. In my years of travelling, I met people of all walks and cultures. Although the Horsemen coming didn't affect me directly, I saw the toll they left behind. The destruction and devastation these villainous beings left in their wake sparked something within me. How was I, Finley Shenanigan, to become the greatest, most legendary bard that Candoria had ever seen, if no one was around to behold my glory? More importantly, where is Alundra? When will she be back? And what will she be wearing? Hopefully something revealing. Anywho, setting on my journey, I shared my glamour with those who had never witnessed such pure, unadulterated excellence before. My legacy was to replace their despair and unite the people for the war yet to come. In the end of the day, everyone can be a hero. Everyone has a little adventure inside of them. And if you don't, would you like one?
Ah, salutations. I am Rin Enoran, historian of Candoria, renowned problem solver, an elf of esteemed conscience. When I became of age, I set out as a Rena and departed from my home of Othalos to the city of Egoras to study the arcane arts. With some difficulties, I was able to teach myself while working as a scribe in the library of Alashar. There, I produced a masterpiece of Candoria's history and its secrets, my manifesto, the true record of our world. However, even my aspirations dwindled when Alundra's guidance vanished, followed by the devastation from the Horsemen's wake. Despite all the wounds we have suffered, I shall never let our existence be forgotten, for I believe our best hope lies with our knowledge and story made eternal.
My name is Kurtz Glaskin, and I have lost everything that I've loved in this world. My daughters, my wife, my friends, all of them dead to the Horsemen. And now I have a chance to redeem myself, to protect my friends, to lead humanity into a new age of light and hope. Alundra abandoned us, the goddesses abandoned us, and left us with these monsters. And I want to take everything from them that they've taken from us. I live in a world of blood and hatred and violence, and so I will become that violence. I will be that hatred, and I will be exactly what we need, a sword against the darkness.
My name is Urgra Dropper, and I am a dependable ambassador. I was the only half-breed in my mother's tribe of orcs where the threat of being eaten constantly hung over my head. And yet, those were some of the happiest times of my life compared to my time with the Revenant. I was 12 when I first picked up a bow and started hunting, and I quickly found that people make the most interesting prey and often deserve an arrow in the head far more than most monsters. Magic and even the Three Sisters were always something weird and sinister to me. That is, until by chance I crossed paths with the High Priestess Alundra, who showed me that magic, like everything else, can be used for good or for evil. And that's what I'll keep on repeating to myself every time one of those stuck-up magical morons say something that makes me want to cut out their tongues.
The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned. All right, we are back. So we left off with it's Curse, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So you're listening really close to it from inside the sphere. You hear, "Finally, someone found me! Please help me!"
To which I exclaimed, "Holy fucking shit!"
It's very, very faint. You can barely hear it.
What, Kurtz? What? Is it attacking you?
The fucking thing's alive. The girl and the thing.
I would look up really close.
Probably stop shaking it then.
So she's kind of in this fixed dancing position, and it's slowly rotating around as the music is going off.
Now, she's just dancing, Kurtz. It's a music box.
No,
She's just
listen,
dancing with the.
Listen, she speaks.
Can you hear me?
Holy shit! No, he's right. No, I can hear her too.
Please, somebody help!
How?
What if we break the box?
That was my first thought.
Well, that's not a box necessarily anymore. That's a globe, glass, crystal.
Yeah, what if we break it?
It could kill her.
Do you want us to break it? Can we break you out of there?
I'm not sure how to get out. I've been trapped in here for a while.
She says she's been trapped in there a while. Can you guys hear her at all, or yeah, you can hear that?
If you get very close, it's very, very faint, but all four of you could hear it if you're close enough. Rin, you are still at the wagon wheel, which is a little ways away. You wouldn't be able to hear it, and Erd,
I don't hear a thing.
Still a distance away. But Finley, you and Kurtz can hear these little faint voice coming from inside the sphere.
What's your name? What's your name, darling?
It's Tanya.
Finley, what are you doing?
I'm talking to a music box, Rin. Come here, check this out.
I'll walk over carefully.
Okay. All right. So you can see them staring at it, and you hear this little tiny voice coming from there. An evil green witch trapped me in here. Please.
So it's a curse.
How long have you been stuck like this?
For at least a year, I don't know.
Holy shit! All right. Well, that's terrible. She said some green woman put her in there.
How did? By the way, did the pedals open up when you turned the knobs?
Yeah.
Right, and it's just staying open. There's no tick 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 noise or anything.
No, yeah, just mechanical sounds of gears turning for the music device. That's and it's making her kind of slowly spin inside the sphere.
Do you know why anyone would want to curse you?
That green witch, she hates the waterfall fairy, and I work for her.
Ah.
Oh, well, that explains everything. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
What color is this fairy?
Kind of like whimsically kind of colors. So it's very
so she's
bright.
She's not like a solid red, solid blue, solid purple or anything.
Yeah, it looks like a hand-painted piece that's in there, but it's very bright.
I would have put her ass back in the box if she'd been like that.
All right, DM. Being that Finley is a worldly traveler, have I ever heard stories about waterfall fairies or anything like that?
Yes, you experienced it, Finley.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was. I think that was a little bit different. That was a whimsical experience, but that we didn't see any fairies in there or anything.
Yes, you did, Finley.
Talk to the fairy.
The fairy who was at the front of the entrance.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm sorry. Okay.
Brain
so
fart.
it's okay. All right. So let me get this straight. So.
Oh boy.
Oh, green witch. Let's try that. Does that ring any bells at all? A green witch? Like Wizard of Oz?
You're not.
Little who?
Yeah, you're not connecting any dots. You're not sure what she's referring to.
Well, if we took you to the waterfall fairy, do you think she'd be able to help you?
I think you guys could probably help me. Please, I don't want to be here anymore.
Well, two of us just want to smash whatever is holding you in. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah, that would probably get me out.
Does Rin think that this fairy's on the up and up, or is she like
Yeah, I want to
lying?
make that check too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Insight.
-1 for Rin.
Zero for Urbra.
Yeah, we're so insightful.
Yeah, you don't see any reason why she'd be. I mean, she.
All right.
This little
got a-
being is
I've
trapped
got a-
inside this and asking for help.
I got a better idea. Why don't we just go to Tavaria and the temple and have them remove the curse?
Well, it's not a curse as much as a prison.
I mean, we could try, but
Well, you can try now. I suppose you can take your sword, try to break the glass, and if you do that, I'm going to step back over here, and I step farther away again.
Well, I mean,
Before we go around smashing things, all right. So we got a wizard here, and we have a bar. All right. So I mean, from what this little person has told us so far, can we derive that just smashing this thing is going to work? Because at first glance, it sounds like that might work, but now that talking about witches and curses and things like that, any kind of check I could do for that DM in terms of like?
Well, just a gut check would just tell you that probably.
Yeah, sure.
just-
What's a gut check?
Yeah, it would seem logical that just breaking it would probably free her.
sounds too easy.
This is level 1 shit.
It's true.
You know, at first glance here, everyone, I thought maybe perhaps smashing it might be the right idea too. But I thinking about it a little bit more here, perhaps maybe we could save that for Plan B. Maybe we should try to dig into this a little bit more instead of we just killing this poor woman outright. I'm going to hold this away a little bit because I'm guessing you have to get close to talk. So if I say this far away, I'm hoping she can't hear me when I'm saying all these things.
Okay.
well, so far we have the options of breaking it, going to Tavara, or going to the waterfall fairy to get it checked out that way.
All right, so Plan C then would be breaking it. All right, so we have like a Plan A and B there. All right, I'm liking some of those other options maybe a little bit more before we just go around, killing ballerina fairies. Yeah, I don't think. I don't feel right about that.
The benefit of smashing it would be that she can get on her business and we can continue with our stakeout.
Who bought you?
What do you mean?
We found you in a box in an alleyway.
I haven't been able to see anything. I've been in a box for a while. I don't know.
I'm gonna reopen the box and scribble out "Fang, tiny woman."
Fair.
Devil's in the details.
All right. So Urgra makes a good point. Perhaps maybe we could. I mean, and this is a waste. She can't hear. I feel bad saying this, but let's be quite honest. I mean, doesn't really look like she's going anywhere. She's been in there for about a year. What's another day? Perhaps we just continue on with the original stakeout idea. I'll go get some food, and maybe we can just make this a thing and really dive into this and see who comes. And maybe they might have some answers here too.
And she's
That's true.
slowly rotating as the music is playing. As it spins around, the little dancer's eyes kind of lock with you, Finley, and she's just, please, I don't want to be trapped in here anymore.
I thought I said this far enough away. She's gonna hear.
Please.
Listen, small woman.
Slowly, can we close the? Can we just like this?
As her eyes rotate away.
Listen, tiny woman. We will free you, but we want to be safe about it. So you're going back inside the box for a little bit.
I need to warn her.
Warn who?
The waterfall fairy.
About what?
The green witch wants to kill her.
I can almost guarantee that doesn't happen.
Plus, hasn't it been a year since you've seen her? Wouldn't your warning be a little late?
Yeah.
I don't
Goodbye.
know.
You're thinking illogically. I'm going to put you back in the flower now. You'll be out in a day or two. I'm just going to close her back.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right.
Okay, and as you close up the petals, it kind of locks it in place. The music stops playing, and you set it back in the box.
No, I keep it. I'm leaving my note in the box.
Oh, you're leaving the box there. Okay, so you have this music box.
I have the music box. I have opened the box that the music box was in. I have put my note in there and then retied
it off. Okay.
Can I see the box just for 1 second?
The music box or the box?
The music box.
Yeah.
Okay, I hold the box, try and get a measure of it. I hand it back to him, and I look for a rock that's about the same weight.
Oh, yeah, you could kind of scour the streets and you could find one, yeah.
Yep, okay. Here, put this in the box.
Okay.
I dig that. Good stuff.
Put the rock in the box.
Okay.
I put the note on top of the rock.
Okay, and then you close the lid and then tie it back up.
Yeah, but before I tie it up, I'll put we have your small woman contact us for further negotiations.
555.
Fuck
yeah,
you.
right. P.O. box.
Yeah. Okay.
I like it.
Okay, and you set the package back, exactly how you guys found it.
Yep. Should we just kind of walk back out of this alleyway real quick before we stand here for 10 more minutes?
I mean, sure, but it's not like the guards ever come here, so yeah.
What if we climb on the roof?
The only thing is, it's tough to get down, or somewhat. I mean, I can do it, but I don't know about the rest of you being able to get down from a roof quickly.
No, that's a solid no from
arriving at this time's zone.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'll have a better chance when I'm not going through different planes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, whatever. We get the owl to watch the box, and then we're the next alley down, or hiding in a side alley,
or possibly even just waiting in that diner over there across the street.
Here's the diner.
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Candoria Diner, with 24 hours, best chicken and waffles.
Nice window grill.
Yeah, it's chicken and waffles. I love it.
All right. See, now we're staking out in here. All right, this is what I'm talking about. All right, let's. I like this plan. And again, she's not going anywhere. Feel really confident. We're good. Let's just continue on with the original plan.
So who has the music box? You guys are taking it with you?
I do.
Kurtz has it? Okay, when you're leaving the package, going into the diner, leaving Orion to keep surveying.
Yes. We want to get a booth where we can see down that alleyway pretty decently too, while Orion's doing his thing.
Okay.
What glass wall building are you imagining exists in Candoria?
All diners ever?
No, it's like patio seating.
Patio seating? Yeah, we can do patio seating. Yeah, the little diner, it's got some 3 or 4 tables that are on the outside with this little cloth umbrella thing that's over it. And
oh yeah, even better. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a little bistro thing.
Yeah, and little maids come out asking if you guys want some tea and stuff like that. While you guys, if there's anything you guys want to eat or whatever you can. You could probably do a short rest as well.
Yes, I'll have some elderberry tea with 2 sugars and a little bit of honey.
We're out of elderberry, but we have schnozberries. No, I was kidding.
Though I might be an effeminate elf, I know full well what a schnozberry is.
Rumors are they taste like schnozberries. So they bring you guys any kind of food that you want. You guys can go ahead and short rest.
Do you know the origin of that word?
I want a jug of boiling water.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. Once I get that boiling water, I'm going to put it into my wine flask, because this is going to come in handy when we're torturing the guy who picks up that box.
The water's going to be hot for 4 minutes.
Yeah. And then there's this really cool thing I picked up in the Eastern Wars. It's called waterboarding. You'll have fun, and it's a blast, trust me.
It's no joke too. Waterboarding sucks.
I shall have just whatever tea's around that isn't schnozberry.
Okay. So you guys are sitting this patio and they're bringing you your drinks and stuff like that. Eventually, as you guys are waiting for the stakeout, you see some of the Nyland's followers are kind of looking a little worried, and they're kind of wandering these side alleys, and you can kind of see them off in the distance.
Oh shit.
How long have we been doing this, by the way? Long enough for a short rest?
Yes.
Yeah, he
Okay.
said short rest.
Good, good, good.
Maybe
All
it's
right.
in about 45 minutes or so.
So while we're sitting here eating and things, I mean, shouldn't we perhaps maybe like what's the plan here? Like we got the stakeout thing. I feel really this is good. This is nice. I like this a lot. We should do this more often. But what's the plan here when someone comes? Are we going to try to follow them? Are we going to try to kidnap them, or what? Or should we just can we kill them and wake them back up? I don't think anyone can really do that, right? We can knock them out, right? Or I think we should have a little bit of a plan here, not just,
So-
there goes the guy taking the package, and then we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Mechanically, if you're fighting somebody and you want to knock them out, if on that last blow, you would just declare it's non-lethal, so they become unconscious.
I have this 25-pound chest.
Do you?
I do. So what we could do is knock them out, put them inside the chest, and take them somewhere to interrogate them.
Are you carrying that on your back this whole time, Kurt Gladskin? Let's.
Yeah.
It's like a Pokeball. You just push the button in and to full size.
I've got that. I've got a hammer. I've got some manacles. We're all set for torturing.
Okay, I believe that we should try and knock this person out, whoever comes, assuming there's not like a whole bunch of them.
Then we just
All right.
kill all of them but one.
No, that's a good point, though, Urgra. If there is more than one, are we going to try to take one down? Or maybe perhaps if it is a group, maybe we try to follow group. Single person, knock out, kidnap, group, follow.
Kill. Oh.
I mean, yeah. No cards, follow.
I don't understand.
Does not compute. Monkey brain.
Buffering.
There's just a cartoon of Kurt's like smashing something.
Ting, ting, ting.
I think we need to
Alright.
get him some toys to play with while we wait.
The kids menu should be good.
When it comes to little
meal.
crayons,
Maze.
you can connect
Like
the dots to
crayons
make
and
the
shit.
fish. Yeah.
Just drawing out like this incredibly detailed battlefield.
On the back of the kids map, on the back of the kids menu.
On the pirate map.
The waitress comes by. This will happen in about 5 years. It's really brutal.
So the kids'
Like-
mac and
like-
cheese is really great.
Dan, is it possible if I can see one of what's her name, Nyland's followers? I would like to grab them as they walk by. Is that possible?
Sure.
Or
Yeah.
less than one of them.
And they recognize you and please, you guys are adventurers, right? We saw you in front of the temple.
Yeah, you.
I
look
just
distraught.
turn a little bit away, just like
They did?
right.
To
They
them?
did?
Yeah.
You, you turned away from them or to them?
No, just making sure that chick I grew up is that chick that I grew up there or not?
No. Nope, she's not there.
Oh, okay, then I'm good. All right, never mind. I'll turn back around.
Okay.
Ladies, you seem a little distraught. What's wrong?
We have some issues with filling up the water.
Is it a green witch?
What? No?
No.
What's your issue, girl?
Is the waterfall not producing water?
No, we had reports from some of the other sisters who came running back, said that the area had a bunch of bullywugs in it.
The fuck's a bullywug?
Rin, what is a bullywug? You would probably
Well, a
know.
bullywug, you would understand, is a frog.
Okay.
It is a as I scan.
So frogs drove you off from the
They're
waterfall.
little frog people.
Yeah,
Like
the little,
munchkins on a frog.
right. They got pretty
That'd be
primitive
two
weaponry, little spears and stuff like that. Yeah.
Little toothpicks.
Does this city not have a guard, by the way?
You haven't
That is a fair question at this point.
you haven't seen any yet.
I'm asking the sisters. Like,
Oh, gotcha. Yes, there is a few guards.
where?
They kind of just roam the city a little bit, but there's not many of them.
I say we stay here in year one and just run the city, guys. I think we should just take this fucking place over.
We broke your damn game.
It's gonna be real
DM.
Probably good.
It's like the Wild West.
We could just we could kill the last few guards or bribe them into service and then just set ourselves up.
Are you
do
table
you have
talking that, or are you
160
saying
coin?
that out loud?
This is tabletop.
I'm just joking.
All right.
I mean,
All right.
Tell about it yet?
Any thoughts?
Well, these creatures are very primitive and tiny. They tend to be a minor nuisance at best.
Yeah, but it's far out of our capabilities. None of us are combat sufficient. We were wondering if you guys could help us.
How quickly do you need us to help you?
Well, we need to get the water so we can do the ceremony for tonight.
The ceremony was supposed to have already been started, actually.
Well, we were gonna head out to go fill them to come back in time for the ceremony, but we had reports come back that the bullywugs are there and they're quite hostile.
Well, we could pull another Orion just waiting, and we already have what they dropped off.
That won't really work so well. I'll be practically useless to you in the fight if that was the case.
Well, I'll give you a signal when it's time to fight, and then once the fight's over, you can go back to Orion.
I can't. It's only 100-foot radius, Urgra. I can't go that far.
You can have him follow, though, too.
Oh, I can have him follow. I can give him instruction, but if he's no longer in this spot, there's going to be one of two things. Either he was killed, or he's somewhere, and I have no idea where he will be. I have no idea how to track an owl.
You can't summon him back and then communicate then what happened?
Only when he's within.
Do you have Hunter's Mark at level 1?
Nope, I have no magic at level 1.
No, Urgra, sadly, I cannot even unsummon him unless he is within 100 feet of me. I would have to cast the spell once more.
Oh, hold on. It's early morning, isn't it? Or
Afternoon.
approaching midday? Yeah, afternoon.
midday-ish, yeah.
So I don't think they're going to leave this thing sitting here for long. Like out in the open. So we wait here for like an hour or two, and if no one comes to pick it up, we did leave the note.
We could ask the sisters to watch.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I mean, they could watch. They couldn't do anything more, though.
No, but one of them could easily just keep an eye on Orion, and if Orion goes off in a direction, they can point in the direction that he heads to, and that will help narrow down our tracking.
Certainly better than nothing.
All right, sisters. We'll deal with your frogman problem.
That would be great. Great. We'd be very, very grateful. This ceremony is very important to us.
But, two things.
When you say but, she kind of blushes.
I thought there was not a rumor's been going around.
I'm just kidding.
Kurtz is just like, I'm married, but anyway. One,
Hey,
there's going to be an owl here, and you got to watch it and follow it when it flies away.
Hey, wizard, Rin, quick question for you.
Yes, Bard, Finley.
I'm not too familiar with your spell for your bird there, but can't you change Orion into something different?
If I spend an hour and 10 golds worth of incense to recast him, I could.
The only reason I ask is because, we tried this Orion stakeout before where, using his visual and aerial perceptions, lost him in the hoobly boobly there, which is quite impressive. But if you could change him into something else, perhaps maybe not so much by sight, but maybe smell, could he maybe perhaps smell that package and just follow the smell? And then that way you don't have to, see where he's going, just have like a cat or something, follow the thing.
Perhaps more of a bloodhound might be what you're thinking.
I don't know how powerful your spell is for it, but I'm just throwing out ideas of maybe going off a different sense. That's all. Sense of sense, if you will.
If you want, I suppose we can either try tracking that way, or we could try perhaps just having the sisters watch and see where the owl flies. Which do you think? I will have to spend an hour to do this, mind you, either way. So.
Well, I'm not finished with my chicken and waffles yet anyway, so I mean, we have some time here. I can finish this up, and you can do that, and then we can go try to kill some frogs and have your dog or cat or something maybe smell that, right, and then follow it that way.
Sisters, are you okay with us for an hour? Do you need the water sooner?
The sooner the better, but if we have to wait an hour, then we can wait.
Listen, ladies, we got our own shit we're trying to do here, all right? You're kind of like, right. And as we're trying to stake out, there's a fucking crowd around us.
Definitely trying to be
ruining our stakeout.
Definitely trying to, be accommodating, but is also kind of urging you guys to not take longer than you need. That they want to be back in time for the ceremony.
Right.
I say we just leave the owl and get the sisters to follow it. Worst case scenario, they die.
She said like she's not gonna watch, but she can get a sister to come to do that. They're willing to compromise on this. They really want your help, so.
All right, if you can at least have one of the sisters watch the owl, it's that one right there, tiny little barn owl, and you see him on the roof, just that tiny little one.
Okay.
If you see him fly off in a direction following anything, could you please notify us which way he goes?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Should I ask what this is for or not?
No.
Okay.
The least you know, the better.
Okay. Fair enough.
Just follow the owl.
The elf's just a very avid birds watcher.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, we'll make sure someone is always watching, and we'll report back to us, if it leaves, what direction it went.
Thank you.
Do you want our table here? I mean, I guess we're gonna leave. You could just have our table or something. We should. Do we leave a tip? Should we leave a tip? How does this work here?
Yeah, she doesn't want to stay because she wants to go get the the handmaiden priestess to come watch.
I was talking to our group here. Do we leave a tip, or what do we do here?
I mean, how was the chicken and waffles?
That is pretty good. I'll slap. I don't know. What's the bill? I don't know. I'll put a gold down. Is that going to cover it?
Oh yeah.
A gold piece. That is some epic chicken and waffle.
Yeah. That.
Yep. Whatever. I got 160. Whatever, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Wealthy Pants.
So we'll wait until the handmaiden comes back to
Sure.
relieve us, and then we'll head out.
Yeah, it only takes a few minutes, and she comes. You guys relay the instructions, and she'll kind of not be obviously watching the bird, but keeping an eye while she's busy work.
The last time I did this, a child died, but I'm gonna give her that dagger I took off of the casino attendant.
Oh.
Just be like, just in case.
She'll reluctantly take it, and it's kind of like, what am I getting into?
Listen. Do not use it unless you have to. With no other option.
Okay, she will conceal it, listen to your instruction, but seems kind of nervous about it, but,
Good.
And Finley Shenanigan definitely makes it a point to know when he is in a restaurant or bistro or tavern type establishment, making sure that I can review things later. We had like a server? What was our server's name?
They didn't. They had poor service skills. They didn't introduce themselves. They just kind of brought out
nothing. Just what do you want? What do you want? And, schnozberry tea and all that kind of shit. All right, well,
okay. Tips haven't been invented yet, so I don't care.
What you want, baby?
Oh no, if she's like that, that's fine. I'll still leave my gold then. Okay, all right.
I mean,
chicken and waffles.
I'm assuming we pay before we receive, as is the typical way.
That chicken waffles is so good.
That's what I'm saying. Just want to know if I'll be back or not.
You's gonna love it.
All right, let's go kill some frogs, I guess. Let's do this.
Okay. So you guys remember the way to the Tears Waterfall? There was that little area that you guys went through the first time to get there.
Yep.
No, that's something different. That's the Banshee. Never mind.
Yeah, no.
Whenever we go back to Brandy Lac, we should probably deal with that too.
The Banshee.
She may not be corrupted yet.
Ooh, maybe she's not bansheed. Maybe she is bansheed.
We should warn her about that thing. Like, hey, by the way.
Are you evil yet?
Are you a vengeful spirit?
Okay.
Because let me tell you, it's real annoying when you
It's a
become...
bad look.
Yeah, I'm staying on some dry land.
All right. Is the map working for you guys?
I don't see my token.
It's at the
Bottom left.
You be right there.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
Alright.
We're using a new layout, so you guys can't see what I can see. I'm using a different one, so hopefully we don't have any problems. It looks like it's good to go. It should be shared
Awesome.
vision of all four of you guys, so all the viewers can see what all four of
I
you
like it.
collectively can see. So
I like it.
We'll test this out, see how it works. But it looks like it's good so far.
So I think I'm.
All right. So
Do you
as we're
guys
walking out here,
remember
what's
this place?
again? I like to have plans here, everyone. What's the plan? Are we just gonna go in and just go find some frogs, or what are we doing here?
By the way, backtrack a little bit. All right, so when you guys go to head out, they instruct that these very fragile big urns are what you use to fill it up with, and so they'll give them for
What?
you three
What?
to
What?
fill
But-
them.
What?
We're supposed to fill them up.
Yeah,
That was-
so they're asking you, like, while you're there, since you're
That was
already
a fun
there,
one.
it'll save them time. So
Why don't they just come with us and stick behind?
they are terrified. They don't want
Oh.
to
See,
a
we should have
frog.
wasted an hour and got a cat out of this. You know, if they're gonna make us, carry water and shit.
So
If you would at least get close enough that I will shoot a spark into the sky, a little firework, and that shall clear you. It'll say, clear, all clear, you can come.
It's a
Looks like
frog
carrying
man.
nerds, guys.
You could be hundreds of feet away and you would see
So-
this.
you guys are gonna insist that you don't want to carry the
Into
jars?
battle? No.
Okay, so they will. If you insist, they will have 3 of them follow, but they're gonna be very far back.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Is the
fine.
groped one there?
Carry a fragile ass urn in a
No,
battle.
she
Do they
seems
not
to-
know?
Take some me time, to regroup.
Finley's
Got it.
number
Good,
one
good. That's-
concern is the groped nun there.
Praying the rosary just over and over and over.
Yeah.
This whole week that we're here, I'm just gonna make sure I kind of stay clear of the grope nun, and then make sure I don't
then-
see her
then you-
probably ever again.
But then we come back the next year and she's holding a little halfling baby and she goes, Finley, it's your boy.
Just off of a touch, jeez.
You're very
You're
fertile.
potent. Yeah.
Had a Jesus baby? I didn't even do anything. Just
Lay on hands, man.
The Messiah.
Yeah. Lay on hands.
as if we didn't know already, guys. All right, let's go. All right, here we go. We got people holding urns. Let's do this
You
shit.
guys remember this area?
Vaguely.
I'm not but I remember
This
higher
might have
up.
been before.
Was this the shit
Connor
with all
joined.
the pillars?
Yes. There was the
Yeah.
pillars, and then there was the little
Oh,
the sandbox.
it's the
stuff.
training ground place.
Yes. Was that before or
Okay.
after you? I think it was before you.
Yeah,
It was before. Before Urgra.
That's where I got my necklace.
Pre-Urgra.
So, as you guys are walking through here, there's this little creek that runs, north to south. Little stream. There's bushes, small trees everywhere. Lots of raised rock platforms. You guys are familiar with this area. You've been here before.
All right. Who
So
wants to take point here?
Guts wants to take
who
one.
else is going to take a point?
All right, good. I knew it was kind of assumed, but I always like to it sounds really cool to really be who's taking point? I'm just trying to get in the mood.
While he takes the point, I'll be looking behind and to the side to make sure we're not going to get ambushed from behind.
Yeah. So Rin, what can you tell us about bullywugs other than the frog people with primitive weapons?
They're amphibian. They can breathe both water and air, so they could be lurking in the stream if we aren't careful enough to notice their ripples or their heads popping up and out of the water. They're quite weak. They're very primitive in terms of their means of damage, but in numbers they could prove difficult.
Are they actively hostile?
They are, from what I remember, I believe they're more territorial than aggressive. If once we entered their supposed place, if they chose perhaps maybe to even, if they maybe made this a nesting ground, they could have made it a place that we shouldn't be interrupting. If that was the case, I hope that's not the truth. But
Okay. So it's a genocide. Got it.
I do remember that they can leap very well, so they could easily get behind us if we're not careful.
Genocide. Got it.
Quick question, DM. I know we're traveling to and from time and everything. Do I still have my Assassin's Creed arm things?
No.
Okay, got it.
The Timmy murder weapon.
Yeah.
The favored murder weapon of small orphan children.
Do I have my Timmy?
Timmy.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. All right, continue. Following Kurtz.
Keeping a very keen eye out in case they are.
Should we try to stealth? Or are we just going for it?
Oh, I'd say quiet and caution is probably the best.
Try.
I can't stealth very well, so.
You can try.
Yeah, you can.
All right, well, so we're creepily walking through the woods. All right.
Okay, Kurt.
Ergo was a 19. Kurtz was an 18.
Oh,
15. I have disadvantage because of heavy armor.
Oh, gotcha. 19,
Not
12.
terrible.
Okay,
That was the
not bad.
worst.
Pretty good for level 1s. Okay.
We're Scooby-Dooing it. Let's go. Scooby-Dooing through the woods.
Ruh-roh.
Zoink,
Scoob!
Kurtz, do you see that up ahead?
I
Kind
killed
of.
Kyle.
That almost came out my nose.
It's right there, Kurtz.
What is this thing on the bridge?
Give me a perception check.
Thanks for that, Sean. Appreciate that.
All
Oh,
right.
so-
So, Rin, you recognize the
That's
race,
16.
and it looks like a bugbear.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Fuck.
that's your favorite. That's your favorite creature, isn't it,
And,
Kurtz?
and there is
Is there a javelin on his back?
no, yeah. This one looks more dressed as a merchant, and it's got a little table and some boxes set up.
Oh, it looks friendly.
Does it though?
It does. It does. Look at that. It has tables and wares.
You know, also had tables and wares. Hitler.
Who's that exactly?
Some guy.
All right,
scared.
who wants to go
owns-
talk to the friendly bugbear?
Hitler owned a mustachery.
Yeah. Not I, said the halfling as I follow in the
Oh,
back of the group.
Fucking come out of stealth and walk up to the bugbear.
Okay.
I'll give a good fair warning. Hello from a distance, just so we
Yeah,
don't startle anyone.
Okay.
I'll announce me.
And he seems to be like digging through all the boxes and stuff, and you can hear him just, and he's just like he's having kind of a conniption fit. It's quite
Go.
nasty.
I'm gonna keep my distance. Hello?
Well, 1 second. He's just sneezing and coughing up, and as he turns to you, you can just see the snot running from his face. Is kind of like it's just a freaking mess, and his face seems really deformed. It's pushed in, and he's just like he looks like he's just dying of just not literally dying, but just having a really hard time.
Have you seen any bullywugs?
He just sneezing, he pulls out this kind of do-rag and just blows his nose, and it just gets completely covered in snot and kind of like throws it into one of the empty boxes. And hello, oh, excuse me, these seasonal allergies are just killing me.
Right. Yeah. All right. I'll come up with Kurtz. I'll break my stealth too, and I'll walk up and be like, "Are you all right there, friend? Are you having a? You look like you have a little bit of a sniffle problem there. What's going on?"
This area, the pollen, the bushes, everything is just terrible. Do you guys need to buy anything? What can I do to help you?
Bullywugs.
I haven't seen any. I'm a traveling merchant. I'm trying to set up shop here. I got some goods for sale, but I just can't.
Right. Out of sheer curiosity, Fred, how long have you been merchanting? Just at a traveling merchanting, just out of sheer curiosity here.
I've been doing it for several years, but oh man, these last few days in this area, I don't think I'm gonna stick around here for very much longer.
Okay. The reason I'm asking here is perhaps just throwing it out there. Maybe the traveling merchant life is not one for someone who has, I don't know, allergies to being outside in the wilderness. Just gonna throw that out there as a business thought. You know, maybe set up shop in a town and not necessarily be traveling around here.
That may be the best advice I have heard in quite a while.
Right. Maybe just setting up shop somewhere, just setting a foundation there, friend, might be the better option here for you. But what all do you have here for sale? So we can get you going.
Feel free to take a look at the boxes. I haven't really set up shop, but oh man, are you guys heading up north to the waterfall?
Yes.
Well, perhaps you could help me out. At the waterfall, there's a bridge and a trail that leads west of that. I've heard that there is a magical tree, and the sap helps people who have allergy problems like myself.
Is this the same kind of tree that just knocks people the fuck out?
No. That's a different tree. That's and that's usually mixed in with beer. That's birch, I believe. Yes.
I think we're the ones who just mixed it in with beer.
The one that allergy symptoms. That's Goroso, if I remember correctly.
That is it? Yes, that's the one!
Well, I mean, it's easy enough to identify. I could get some sap from the trees.
I would be most grateful, and I could give you a discount or some free items, or a pick of anything in these boxes.
Well, what do you have? Let's see here.
You go through, and it's some basic adventuring gear, some, not so fancy swords and armor, pretty much what you guys could find at, like an in-town thing. But Kurtz, you're kind of rummaging through, and you see something that catches your eye. Give me a perception check.
Will I be able to apply my...
Does it catch his eye, or does it make a net one?
Yeah, you could have advantage with this.
Yeah.
2 net ones.
I've seen it happen.
It happened to me when I fell down the stairs.
Sorry, my mouse is like super sensitive for some reason.
20.
Oh, that is technically a net one if you did advantage.
All right, so you see a kind of smashed up stone fragment that kind of has some kind of tarp or blanket kind of laying over it, but this very much piques your interest.
I'll sort of pull it out, look it over, and then turn to the man. All right, we'll get this sap for you, and in return, I keep this.
Yes, anything in these boxes, you guys could have anything for free. If you can retrieve this sap. And you just see
all right, hold on here, big fella. Just give me 1 second here, and I'm gonna go up and just like prestidigitation like some snot out of his face.
Oh,
Be
thank you so much.
It's getting in your fur. It's
nasty.
And I'm like prestidigitation it out, like swap it away. Be like, are you just hold still, get it out of his nose, and like just
Perfect.
slap it on.
Yeah.
All right. All right, maybe that'll hold you over for a little bit.
I appreciate the help.
What's your name, friend?
Pugnose.
Of course it is.
Pugnose.
Right.
The allergy-ridden bugbear.
Well, Pugnose, how about I make a deposit on this tablet, and then I keep it with me. We go get you the sap, and then when we return, you give me back the deposit, and we give you the sap.
He's definitely going to insist that it stays here, but he will wait for you guys to return with it.
Okay.
With the sap, and he'll hold. Did you tell him that that's the broken piece of stone or whatever is what you wanted, or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He said he'll hold it for you.
Urgra.
He's really wanting
I
to
mean,
leave, so he's willing to wait.
You know some naturey things. Is there anything perhaps you could help our friend here? Maybe just kind of like maybe not necessarily cure him of his ailments, but anything that's around here, the trees or something. Maybe you could splash something on this. I don't know. Anything that could maybe kind of hold the allergies back a little bit. I know we're kind of fighting nature with nature here, but I didn't know maybe you had some sort of anything that kind of crossed your mind here that boiling some hot water in the face. I don't know, tea or something.
Mr. Pugnose, do you have a pot?
Yes. Probably, and he's digging through and he pulls it out. What do you need it for?
Do you have salt?
No, I do not.
You have salt?
I do.
All right. Go to the river, boil some water, throw some salt into the water after it's cooled off, put it up your nose, do it several times. It'll at least clear things out.
I'll sure give it a try. Anything. Just more
Yeah. Try something here, Pugnose. I mean, that's just crazy. That's just disgusting. My goodness. All right. We all right. Let's see if we can't help this poor fellow out.
Okay. I would be eternally grateful.
Well, we'll be back as soon as we can.
Okay.
Indeed.
Okay, and he will wait there for you. Do you guys remember where to go? It's following the path of water will lead up to where the water
as we walk away, and once we're out of earshot, I'll just be like, we need to get that stone tablet.
Why exactly were you so interested in that?
It's extremely important.
To what end is it extremely important?
To you in one sense, and it'll make a nice addition to your manifesto.
Care to elaborate?
No.
Just
You guys are going the wrong way.
Yeah, it's top
No.
right, but it's okay.
You were following Urgra, but survival
One who
ranger.
hasn't been here.
Exactly.
Right. Yes, you
I'm
followed.
Hey.
so lost. And out of sheer curiosity, you said we've been here before, but in the future, but in the past. This is like that Revenant training ground thing. Do we see those same pillars and box where the thing was, or not?
The box is not there, but the pillars are there.
Interesting.
Duck.
Oh wait, no. Okay, sorry. All right, you meant the actual duck area.
So yeah, you can see the pillars. They don't seem to be having any of the glowing etching stuff that you guys saw the last time you were here.
Can I do just like a perception check to look around for any of these bullywugs that apparently have been a plague?
Sure.
Perception. There it is.
You do not see any in the area.
Oh god, you
Those
rolled 2.
priestesses are stupid. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Can we?
Yep,
Can,
sorry.
how did you all get across the water? I'm stuck over here on this side.
I just pick them up,
Okay.
carry them over.
All right. So you guys come to the stone stairs that lead to the Tears waterfall, and brings you to.
Oh,
You guys should be.
So this does have the Banshee lady.
It was the Banshee thing was there the last time you guys were here. Yes.
Yes.
But that was 20
All
years
right.
in the future.
I suggest that since we are approaching closer, perhaps we might want to stealth ourselves way, forward.
yeah, right, yeah. That's a good point.
All right, let's give it a try.
All right, just quietly, very quietly.
All right,
For Urgra,
let's Scooby Doo it.
16 for Kurtz.
9.
Ah,
For
God, I
Rin,
am
a
the
6
worst.
for Rin. Okay.
Kush just dives into the bush and starts army crawling forward. Completely invisible.
First Ramboing that shit.
Okay.
We need to be quiet. Sorry, I have trouble controlling the volume of my voice.
As we see Kurtz in the bushes, I just walk by what the fuck are you doing? Just keep on-
Kush is just
Hey, we did do
goes
hand
up to a
signals. Oh
bush.
yeah. Oh shit. We're supposed to be stealthy. I say
Dives
that
and
out
tucks and
loud.
rolls really loudly into the next bush, Moving
Oh right,
along.
yeah, stealth. My fault.
So Urgra, you kind of peer around, and you can see there are 2 bullywugs on the edge of
Oh shit.
of the water.
Oh shit.
So you can hear.
There's 2 of them.
Go ahead.
There's 2 of them up ahead.
So you can hear
They're
the
right by the water.
distant sound of the waterfall, water pouring into this little reservoir, and you can hear the bullywugs kind of croaking at each other in a language that I don't think any of you can understand. You hear,
Leroy.
What happened last time when you Leroyed?
Good, but you could also try to draw them over here towards us, where we could just ambush them, or you could take the hits, and then we could just pick them off from afar.
Well, I have a bow, and you have a bow.
Hmm.
What if we just shoot them from here?
I mean, I'm okay with that too.
Have these frogs noticed us yet?
They have not. They seem to be communicating with maybe something that's in the actual reservoir.
Well, hold on. We don't know that these things are actively hostile. What if... Okay, you guys stay hidden. And
Do you
I'll...
want me to send a dummy?
No. Wait, what?
I can.
Are you talking about me?
I'm literally standing right here, Rin. You don't have to call me that. If you want me to go first, I'll go first. You don't have to pick names, man.
I can create an illusion of a figure, a person right in front of us to pretend as if someone had stumbled across them, and if they attack him, we'll know they're instantly aggressive, but if they seem to be more curious, then hostile.
True.
All right.
I'm gonna hide in this bush.
Okay.
Me too.
I'm gonna wait and pounce out like a fucking jaguar.
Into the bushes.
All right. I'll try my best to hide in the bushes with them. Oh, sorry. Out the den.
Snap.
Twig. Oh, bugger. Oh, shit. Sorry, Urgra.
All you
Urgra.
have to do is look at the ground and not step on anything. That's all there is to it.
Oh,
I'm
that's
not
my
used to
foot.
being
That
this
is a
small.
little halfling foot, Rin. Just please get your big wizard foot off of my little one.
It's hard to know. You're so tiny, you blend in. And Urgra, you're so tiny and green, you fade right
just sit down.
And all the commotion you guys are making, it draws the attention of the
there
two
it is.
bullywogs are there. And they start to kind of wander over to kind of check out what the heck is going on.
I will create a minor illusion of another person, just a friendly humanoid, the friendliest, happiest, peppiest person I can think of, just like appearing right there, just going.
So commoner with Nier's personality.
Default. Just call him Default. Send out Default Rin.
Nier.
Okay. So this default person starts to walk out and makes himself visible, and the two bullywogs that are there start making this loud noise, kind of calling out in this frog tone, and the two that are in the water start to swim very quickly to the cliffside edge, and you guys can't, you lose vision of them as they come up to the cliffside.
All right, this is what we trained for, guys. All right, so we did practice a little bit of hand signals, right? So we can gesture to each other just like, even the simple ones like hold, or wait, or watch, right? So we can communicate somewhat, kind of, sort of, a little bit in here without talking. What do you guys want to talk about? Kurtz, take point.
Yeah, let's be like, hold, I'm going to try and hand signal them. Wait until they attack.
Okay.
And I will hold the action. If they attack the illusion, I will immediately charge forward and
get the spy ready, get the bow ready. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the two bullywogs will charge in and start to go ahead.
Oh, it's just like they're going in.
They'll start to charge in towards the distraction that you have. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yes, I love it.
No. They're nasty.
No, this is working out fine. This is exactly.
I cannot get a high initiative. What is happening? My last one was like 3. This one's 4. What the shit?
No, Finley, now.
Hey, Sean, out of curiosity, what kind of environment are we in?
It's not urban.
It's not. I have 2 though. I have forest and urban.
This could qualify as forest.
Okay. And are bullywogs humanoids?
They are medium humanoids. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
It's a bad day for bullywogs.
All right, so we go descending.
# bad day with bullywog.
All right, so you guys get a surprise round. So all 4 of you will be able to go before the initiative order starts. Well, kind of. Like, it'll go through, but they will not get a turn.
No action, no.
All right, so Urgra,
so
you see these two bullywogs start charging towards the distraction. You have your held arrow. What would you like to do?
So I'm going to shoot at the one closest to us. Because I'm in my favorite terrain, I get advantage on any person that has not gone yet in the initiative.
Okay.
So I'll shoot longbow. That is a dirty 20.
Woo! Yeah, that's a dirty.
That's going to be 3, but I get +2 to humanoids because they're my favorite enemy, so 5 piercing damage.
Okay, and what was the...
Bullywog number 1.
And you scroll down. That was a 20?
That was to hit.
Yeah, it's definitely a hit, yeah.
I hope so. God.
Sorry, I'm just getting everything moved.
No,
Getting used to the new layout.
20 missed.
And you're firing at number 1?
Yeah.
If 20 had missed, I'd say we run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 3 piercing?
5, because they're my favorite enemy.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so you release, and the arrow flies from the shrubbery and pierces into the bullywog, and it lets out a loud cry, and they're all confused, and they kind of take battle stances, but not in time for everyone else to get off their barrage.
Not in time for Kurt's motherfucking Glaskin.
Hi, Kurtz, what would you like to do? Hunker down in the bushes.
Just charge out like a fucking grizzly bear.
Okay. Hold on.
Attack.
Trying to catch. Roll 20 is lagging on my second.
We'd love to see it.
Wow, dude.
Okay, that is definitely a hit. You're attacking number 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the arrow pierces, and you quickly fall right after the arrow, charging out, slashing down, dropping the body. How would you like to do it?
I want to like come with an upswing and just sort of lift it into the air and like toss it at where in the direction of the other two.
Okay. All right. So the body goes flying, lifelessly bouncing on the ground. So we got next is Rin.
Well, I guess I'm going to try and do a firebolt at number 2, since number 1 died so fast.
Okay. Yeah, they don't seem to be very robust creatures.
And a flat 17 to hit.
Okay. And yep,
See-
that'll definitely make contact.
Fire.
Here's what's going to happen. Every level that he gets better, his firebolt rolls are going to get lower, inversely.
Yeah, technically, though, when we started session 0, I was just exactly this, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you're staying inside the bushes, right?
Oh yeah, I'll stay inside the bushes. Like, I mean, get as much cover as I can.
Okay. So as the body of the first bullywug goes flying, a firebolt comes in and just smashes straight into the bullywug before he can see what happens. Finley, what would you like to do?
As the firebolt hits the one, I'm gonna go and try to talk to it in frog, whatever. But really, I'm just gonna say, in my mind, what I said was, frog legs, and I will cast vicious mockery on it.
Okay.
Give me a wisdom save.
May think it's coming on. You're coming onto it.
I rolled a 13.
Nope, 14.
Right.
All right, so
24. Ooh, max damage.
nice. 4 points of psychic damage,
Okay.
and it has disadvantage on its next attack.
All right.
That might be in all of our playing
the
second
one,
time
the
that's
second
actually worked.
So the fireball hits, and then you see him just kind of grab over his head, just kind of freaking out, kind of reminiscent of a Psyduck. With the headache. All right, surprise round over. Urgra, you are first in initiative. What would you like to do?
That guy's still up, huh? I will move 30-ish feet, we'll say.
Okay.
And I will take another shot at the number 2 guy.
Okay. As
No
you,
more advantage. Longbow is just straight.
as
Another
you
20.
loose your arrow,
Nice.
it is straight on, true to
11
target,
damage.
and it pierces super, super deep into the frog, dropping it. What would you like to? How do you want that shot?
Yeah. I'm picturing him like holding his head, and I'm just going to like skewer him right so his chest is pinned against the floor and he falls backwards.
Okay, perfect. And you hear
Love it.
the dying, croaking sound of the bullywog as life just leaves its eyes.
Did you roll out real cool? Did you roll out real cool from the bushes, like, or did you just run out?
She probably did a roll and then just like some.
Of course.
And she bobbed her hair as the little bobs went.
I just imagined a roll somewhere, either coming out of the bushes or running and then rolling. I just saw a roll there. It felt like there was some roll going on. Okay. Anyway, go ahead. Continue.
It's roleplay.
So there was two bullywugs that were inside of the reservoir that you have lost sight of. Kurtz, you are up. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm not jumping in the reservoir. I'm gonna pick up the other body that Urgra just dropped and just toss it into the reservoir.
Okay. So the frail frog body is just kind of, they're very, very small, so it's going to be very easy for you to throw. And you just kind of see it, ragdoll body effect flying over, and you just hear a splash into the water, and you hear 2 war cries croaking from the cliffside, just over out of line of sight. Were you wanting to move or do anything else?
Ready in action for when they get in range.
Okay. All right. So the number 4 frog will come and peer over the edge of it and see Kurtz, you standing there, and he will kind of hop up, coming and start to just charge straight at you.
Bring it.
So you had a ready to action, so you can do with that first, as he's coming up to.
Oh, I'm gonna.
That should be a 19.
Okay. Yep, that will definitely hit.
All right.
12 slashing damage. So as this frog is charging at you with spear first, and just charging right at you, you do one slice that just completely just cuts this frog open. He is still up, but you almost killed him in one shot. So when he gets closer to you, he's going to make 2 melee attacks. First with the spear and then try to bite you.
You fucking bite me, little son of a bitch!
As he's trying to pull his guts back into his chest. Just
So the AC is what?
16.
All right. So your slicing comes down is gonna kind of knock the he's gonna lose grip of one hand, so he's just kind of doing a one-handed attack, and it doesn't even come close to you. But then he tries to focus on the bite, and that also misses you. So it seems like that blow that you did really messed him up.
Just
I'd imagine so.
Backhand him as he goes in for the bite. Fuck off.
Okay, and then that.
not today, Toad.
Is dead. So we go to Rin.
Okay, so, I mean, seeing that one come right after Kurt's, I'm just going to probably go for the easiest, quickest, but I'm going to try my best maybe to scoot a little bit to the right so I don't accidentally hit Kurt's.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Okay.
And so I turn and I do like a quick curve fireball to the left. Does it go? 14?
4. Yes. So it'll just barely go over the shoulder of Kurtz. The fireball makes contact and starts burning the toad. You can hear the sizzle and steam of the slimy body of the bullywug start to kind of vaporize as the really hot fireball smashes into killing the body.
I get it. And I'm going to go a little bit closer down to the bush. Just hunker down.
Okay.
Hunker down.
And the next bullywug comes over the edge and sees the dead body of his friend, and he will start to charge at Kurtz as well. Move this out of the way. And he's going to do a spear and bite attack.
Number 1 was thrown into the water, so number 1's like down.
So the spear also misses. So as he lunges it out, Kurtz, you just sidestep it, but he does crits with his bite.
Ooh.
Fuck off me!
I was like,
We're gonna.
But it only does 5 bludgeoning damage.
Alright, so 3 bludgeoning.
Right. So he does make solid contact onto you.
Is it not 2 bludgeoning for you? Ooh.
I thought your soap was 3.
Ooh.
Oh, you're right. 2 bludgeoning.
Yeah, well, until he rolls with 3 dice.
3 dice.
Oh, it crit.
Yeah.
So 3 times. So it'll be 15 bludgeoning damage.
I'm down.
It's 12.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, crit.
Wait, roll all the
Yeah,
attacks
that's-
damage dice 3 times and add them to. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Wow,
12 is my hit points.
All right, so so as he comes charging in, you can just see this bullywug fury and hatred of his fallen comrades, and he has to exact revenge. And the spear misses, but it almost seems like he did it on purpose because you easily dodged it. But then this fearsome bullywug bite just lunges down in the back of your neck, and you just fall to the ground.
They're vampire frogs.
Yeah,
I thought it was a Vulcan frog pinch.
Finley, you see Kurtz get lashed onto the neck, and you see his body start to fall, but the frog's mouth is still, into the neck as his body is falling down. What would you like to do?
Pretty sure I can do this, so we're gonna give it a shot. I'm going to heroically leap out of the bushes
Okay.
and come over here towards my friend Kurtz. And as I leap out of the bushes, I will start to draw my rapier, which I never fucking use.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah, ever.
It's so
Oh, no,
shiny
Kurtz!
and new, no
Kurtz!
nicks on it.
You can't die by a frog, man. You got much more to live for, and I'll stab at the frog.
HotA, rapscallion.
Fuck it. And I will stab at the fucking frog.
At least you know Finley can't nat 1 it.
Gosh, I hope not.
He can if you're
Wow.
Oh no, see.
Yep,
You
that's
should,
it. Yep.
You should more than +2.
So Finley, you're pretty used to talking shit on the battlefield, not too accustomed to using the rapier that you don, and it seems like you need to become more proficient because you missed the bullywug.
Nope. Just a 2. But as my bonus action, I will. As I'm saying all those things, I'm casting Healing Word as my bonus action.
Ooh.
Okay.
When I'm like, "Come on, Kurt, you have so much more to live for. Don't die by a frog, man!" And I will try to stab at the frog, but I will Healing Word him as I'm charging in heroically.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for that.
Boink. Oh, nice.
All right, so the inspiring words leave the lips of everyone's favorite halfling bard, and it just motivates you, Kurtz. And you, as the teeth sunk in, it seemed like they took you down. Your eyes are still open, and the words of your friend telling you to get back up seem to keep you in the game. Urgra, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna. There's no squares. Okay, that's fine. I can get there. I'm gonna throw in my bow and draw my scimitar and shield.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go in at this guy.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
Yo, fuck this frog, dude.
Oh my god. This is the captain.
We don't know how to stab at it because it's on Kurtz's neck. Like, come on, die!
He's super nimble, just, even though his teeth are still in Kurtz's butt, you can see him just like, he's a fucking ninja, just dodging all these attacks.
All I can see is a Kermit snatched onto fucking Kurtz's neck, flailing around. We just can't see, like, fucking...
Kermit the Frog here.
But
Yeah.
he's like, hold still.
All right, Kurtz, your eyes open up and you can see this this body of this frog attached to you at the neck. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna stab it.
Okay.
Holy
my
shit.
God.
I will also
How
have
do you have
advantage.
so much to your hit?
I'll have advantage because I'm flanking.
Okay.
No, hold on. I rolled on my level 20 sheet somehow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely too
Level 20
high.
sheet?
A plus
That
14
makes
at
a lot of
level 1.
Just for that one. Just for that one. I was
just like, damn.
Well, I mean, you still rolled a 16, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, we can go off the 16. That'll hit.
Well, I have,
Yeah,
I have
just
advantage.
damage.
Yeah, you can roll from your level 1 if you want.
Yeah, so this will be advantage. All right, so we'll go for the 16,
Okay.
and then we'll keep the
Fucking
14
30.
We'll take the damage from the second one because it doesn't have this high strength modifier in it.
Right, that makes sense.
14. All right.
Curse you, demon frog!
All right. So
30 to hit.
how do you want to do this? So you drop him in one shot. So
What I want to do is I just want to grab it off of my neck, rip it off, put both my hands on its in its mouth, and just tear its fucking jaw.
Okay, so as you rip it open, you see the tongue kind of just fly out, just and the body just goes limp in your hands. Well
It's
done.
not easy being green.
It's not.
I'm gonna pull out my hatchet now. Are we out of initiative?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out my
There
hatchet
might
and
be more.
start cutting off their limbs, and I'm gonna arrange the limbs into Kurtz was here. Cut off
Amazing.
their heads and put them on their own spears.
Amazing.
That's so good. Okay.
I mean,
Amazing.
do you have enough limbs to spell that out?
I'll use entrails if I run out of limbs.
Okay. Wow. Epic. Okay. So, the priestesses are, still back a ways. They're definitely going to see this coming in. Which is
Kurtz was
probably
here.
what you want, right? So
Problem solved.
Kurtz, and as he's doing that, I'll be like, if you really want to add, you could use maybe some entrails a bit, maybe use their tongue for the U there. I'm gonna help him kind of make this. We don't have a stamp right now, so I gotta help where I can.
It's arts and crafts.
Finley, if you really wanted to help, you could do this, and I cast Prestidigitation, and I make a mark on the surface, and I make the mark say Kurtz was here.
okay.
In refined, beautiful calligraphy in red.
Beautiful.
But that's
We
That'll
will
be for
use
the
that.
people.
We will use that as a line, or then we'll put
Yeah.
the entrails on top
yeah,
of that.
it's like a
Yeah,
stencil.
as like
yeah.
yeah, like a
Right.
stencil.
The
Yeah,
outline
stencil.
for you to wear the layers in. Exactly. All right. Frog heads on spears. Fantastic. I love it. All right, guys, we will go on our next break, and when we come back, we will figure out what these guys are gonna do. It's been quite the day. Thanks for sticking with us. Don't forget to follow, subscribe if you can. It would really help us out, and we will be back in just a few minutes.
Thanks, everyone.
Yes.
The dice are telling me it's a 20. We're sticking with it. You can just go. I'm gonna go over here because I'm gonna belt this shit. I'm just gonna go.
Yes, this is my daughter, Melody.
Ah! Oh.
You shall find justice upon your soul. Turn it into a, let's go with a gelatinous cube.
Okay.
And I'll let it just go ahead and sit there and start dissolving the place up.
Yeah,
we're on our phones.
This shit.
No, we're paying attention. Yeah, we're focused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah.
I'll just sort of run my finger through the scar that goes across my head. Indeed.
Grab it by the head, start slamming the skull into the stone wall next to me until the skull just shatters. Bend the fucking knee, peasants.
I'm gonna burn a lucky point.
Okay.
Oh my god!
It's meant to be.
Tell Caldivar, if you can, please, sir, that Kurtz Glaskin is going...
Come up to Ren and say, speaking of teamwork, do you have any offensive spells at all?
Right? He's got, really scruffy, nasty beard and kind of kicks his foot. Like, ow! Down. He just starts going off on this rift. Martha will turn to the crowd and he'll go, "Are you not entertained?" Hail, brave adventurer!
Hello there, everyone's favourite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here. Being the soulful adventurer that I am, and known for telling a tale or two, pull up a stool to grab a pint as I tell you a story about my favourite hero, me. In my years of travelling, I met people of all walks and cultures. Although the Horsemen coming didn't affect me directly, I saw the toll they left behind. The destruction and devastation these villainous beings left in their wake sparked something within me. How was I, Finley Shenanigan, to become the greatest, most legendary bard that Candoria had ever seen, if no one was around to behold my glory? More importantly, where is Alundra? When will she be back? And what will she be wearing? Hopefully something revealing. Anywho, setting on my journey, I shared my glamour with those who had never witnessed such pure, unadulterated excellence before. My legacy was to replace their despair and unite the people for the war yet to come. In the end of the day, everyone can be a hero. Everyone has a little adventure inside of them. And if you don't, would you like one?
Salutations. I am Rin Enoran, historian of Candoria, renowned problem solver, an elf of esteemed conscience. When I became of age, I set out as a Rena and departed from my home of Othalos to the city of Egoras to study the arcane arts. With some difficulties, I was able to teach myself while working as a scribe in the library of Alashar. There, I produced a masterpiece of Candoria's history and its secrets, my manifesto, the true record of our world. However, even my aspirations dwindled when Alundra's guidance vanished, followed by the devastation from the Horsemen's wake. Despite all the wounds we have suffered, I shall never let our existence be forgotten, for I believe our best hope lies with our knowledge and story made eternal.
My name is Kurt Glaskin, and I have lost everything that I've loved in this world. My daughters, my wife, my friends, all of them dead to the Horsemen. And now I have a chance to redeem myself, to protect my friends, to lead humanity into a new age of light and hope. Alundra abandoned us, the goddesses abandoned us, and left us with these monsters. And I want to take everything from them that they've taken from us. I live in a world of blood and hatred and violence, and so I will become that violence. I will be that hatred, and I will be exactly what we need. A sword against the darkness.
My name is Urgra Dropper, and I am a dependable ambassador. I was the only half-breed in my mother's tribe of orcs where the threat of being eaten constantly hung over my head. And yet, those were some of the happiest times of my life compared to my time with the Revenant. I was 12 when I first picked up a bow and started hunting, and I quickly found that people make the most interesting prey and often deserve an arrow in the head far more than most monsters. Magic and even the Three Sisters were always something weird and sinister to me. That is, until by chance I crossed paths with the High Priestess Alundra, who showed me that magic, like everything else, can be used for good or for evil. And that's what I'll keep on repeating to myself every time one of those stuck-up magical morons say something that makes me want to cut out their tongues.
The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
What are we doing?
I mean, I'm back.
Okay.
All right, we are back on.
There we
Thanks for
go.
being with us, guys.
There it
We really
is.
appreciate it. All right, so let's look at Rin, Kurtz, and Erdra have health potions from the viewers. Finley and Kurtz have inspiration points. All right, so you guys defeated the 4 bullywugs here at the reservoir. So the priestesses were waiting for the flare shot that you described, Rin.
Yeah, I'll send a tiny firework.
Okay. So it kind of goes up traces and explodes in the air, and a few minutes later, you see these priestesses coming in with these large punches, just kind of hobbling in, and they come and they see the entrails and all the frog heads on the spears, and they're like, just kind of looking at you guys.
Kirsch is just like mopping the blood off of his neck and body, like, they deserved it.
Well, I'm sure glad you guys decided to come along. Oh my, this is a massacre.
Yeah.
So you kind of see them like, they set the pots down and they're kind of like looking at everything at this horror scene, and they're just kind of like flushed face, like what just happened. But very grateful that you guys were able to eradicate the problems, and one of the priestesses is saying that these vermin contaminated the water, and that the 3 of them are going to have to, start channeling some divinity and praying and stuff to cleanse the filth that they left in there. It'll take them a little while.
When you say contaminated the water, do you mean by their bodies?
Yes, these
Okay,
vermin's bodies touching the sacred tears.
I have some bad news for you.
What could be worse than what we're looking at here? This is a horror.
I'll just point to the floating corpse in the lake.
Oh dear! Please remove that vermin from there at once.
It's gonna go downstream anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So yeah, the body is kind of floating and kind of go towards the secondary, smaller waterfall, and you just see this limp body just kind of bloom, just floating down.
Nature finds a way.
Circle of life.
Yes. We can always clean any of the water if you wish it to be purified.
We can handle this, but it will take us a little while to return this sacred place back to its state. But thank you so much for helping us.
One question. Oh shit! What was the banshee's name before she became a banshee? Do you have a priestess that is a very, very physically attractive priestess? Trust me, I'm going somewhere with this.
Oh, not that stands out. Why? That is not. We save ourselves, for.
first of all, I'm married. Second of all, just, make sure all of your sisters are mentally stable in this time of transition.
I don't know how stable I am after seeing this horror here, but yes, we will make sure to... Not really knowing where you're going. What's that?
The Banshee. He's trying to...
Wasn't it an elf?
Yeah, I thought it was an elf.
Yeah. Do you have any elvish sisters in the cloister temple thing?
Yes, there might be a couple.
Focus on them. We have other stuff to do. Have a good day.
Sisters, since you seem to be familiar with this area, do you happen to know where a Grosso tree might grow?
There is a quite large one. If you cross this bridge and head west, there is one kind of in a grove. It's the central big one, and there's some other trees kind of surrounding it.
HotA.
HotA, that was it.
Due west.
Due west.
HotA carts.
What?
I never forget a pretty face. Her name was HotA. That's what it was.
Yes. Do you know an elvish sister named HotA?
We do not have a priestess that's name is HotA, no.
Guys, I got nothing else.
You don't have any issues when you draw the water accidentally having people go missing or anything?
No. We don't come up here too often, but this is where we come to get the for cleansing of the stones, which is done every year. But you should kind of look around like, no, I don't come up here other than that.
Okay. Well, when you do receive a sister named HotA, maybe keep her away from this pond. Pro tip.
Yeah, we don't have a priestess of that name.
When you do.
Okay.
The goddesses have showed me this in a vision.
Nice. Good touch.
Ooh,
I like that.
Good. Give me a persuasion check.
Can I do a religion check instead?
No. Give me persuasion.
Shit. Does anyone want to help me with this, please?
I threw out the HotA name. I'm trying to help a little bit here.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage because of the HotA.
Okay.
That's good to remember that. Or check notes, either way.
No checking.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Very, very persuasive. She is hearing what you're saying.
Just call it a hunch, just like he said, divine intervention here kind of thing, and
If you are absolutely 100% curious about this, I will pull out my manifesto, turn to the page that I had already engraved her face with an etching. She looks like this.
I described it to him from my vision.
Yeah, she looks at the the very realistic copy, and I've never seen this individual before, but we'll keep a lookout, I guess.
Cool.
Right. Yeah, just keep her away from.
Now, if you don't mind, I need to get some tree sap.
Yes, it should be just due west.
As all good things are.
Yes.
Just
the tick. Yeah. Alrighty. Alright, so you guys follow the stone paths, and it kind of leads to a very grassy area, and the trees start to get thicker and thicker. You come to a clearing.
Oh. Shut.
Hey, while we're walking away, should we tell them perhaps maybe just to wait for us here, and then we'll come back and all go back together? Or maybe we shouldn't just let priestesses walk through the woods by themselves, kind of thing.
Yeah,
or...
they would prefer to have an escort, and it's gonna take them a little while to cleanse the water, and
Right, and they gotta get water in urns and things. Right.
Yeah.
So they have some busy work. All right, let's go find the sap here first.
They knew they were gonna have to be drawing the water, so they got the little pulley system with ropes and all that stuff. So
I'm just picturing Jungle Book in my head. They have come to fetch the water.
Did the bullywogs have clothes on, or were they just naked frogs walking around?
No, they had loincloth kind of things on them.
I would like to take some of their bullywog loincloths and
oh god,
weapons and things.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, specifically the loincloths.
You can't have their spears because their heads are on them.
Right, not the spears. Right. At least not their loincloths. Did they have clothing, or just down at the frog region there?
Maybe it's not very much. It was mostly loincloths. Maybe.
Nope, that's okay. I'm taking all of them. Yep.
Okay.
I want that.
Oh my god.
All right, naked frogs. All right.
Yep. Well, I mean, Kirsten needed to spell out words, so we're good. And I just need them.
That's what the entrails were for.
It just needs them.
Or
Alright.
X trails, I guess now.
Yeah. External trails. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Finley
Finley,
is
that
in
is-
the back of the group as normal because I am not leading. That's not happening.
That is slightly disgusting, Finley. You're housing very dirty, filthy garments.
Well, they're dead now.
Even
Yeah,
worse.
Can I presidentation them? You know, like, and as I'm, like you're flapping
For
out,
sure.
towels.
For sure.
Presentation on them.
Yep.
Now I'm a halfling, but how big would we say that? How big is a bullywog compared to all of us? Like they're even smaller than me, or about my size, or
About your size, yeah.
all right.
And
All
you
right.
yeah.
Perfect-
They're still
perfect fit.
medium size technically, so it wouldn't be. It couldn't be too much more.
Yeah, if they had any kind of upper clothing, I definitely, yeah. I just want their, it's cool. Just presentation. Okay, we're
Just
good.
let him have his weird fetish, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Thank you, Kurtz. Thank you for supporting me in my.
As I'm like
time of
wiping
grief.
the blood and entrails off of my arms, just
They-
let him do his thing. Like,
they did wear these necklaces that had these like little claws and teeth and stuff like that on them too.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely taking that shit.
Okay.
I would like to check for enemies.
Okay. Using what skill?
Perception.
Okay. So where are you checking? In the trees?
In the trees above us.
Okay. So there is a ring of trees, kind of like, like mushrooms that kind of
Mhm.
grow in a circle around wherever the central point is. That's kind of appears what these trees are doing. And the one in the center is much, much bigger. And Rin, you recognize that as the correct tree type that you are after.
Are
So-
these other trees around it also the same type? Because I do know
No.
that some trees. Oh.
They're not. They are. They're all just more regular
weird.
trees. Yeah.
This is
it's
very
the one,
weird.
the one in the center is the one you're looking for.
This is very odd. Does anyone have anything to pierce the tree with?
I got a hammer and a sword.
A dagger will do.
I don't have one of those anymore. I have a hatchet.
So,
Hatchet will work.
Kurtz, you don't see any bodies up in trees, nor do you see any movement from anywhere.
I'll go first. I'm guessing this is the tree.
The one in the center, yes.
Right. Cautiously approach it,
Okay.
then just pull out the hatchet and
Oh, good, Kurtz.
I stop right before I hit it. Yes.
Nice.
I'm gonna walk up to the tree and just do like a nature check to see if I can get any sort of feel. Like, is there any vibe about this tree? Like, is there a good way to go about this?
Sure.
With the hatchet.
This is your bread and butter area, so I'll give you advantage actually.
I love it.
With
With a hatchet, as one does.
Intrigue.
So, Urga, you notice a little pile of fallen leaves at the base of the tree. So it makes you kind of look up, and you notice at just before the top perch, very, very hidden, you see this creature nestled in, and it looks like it's maybe sleeping.
Is it a lemur?
I don't know if you've ever seen what you see up there, but you do see a creature with some feet dug into the tree branch that it's in, but it's very well disguised.
Does it look like? Is it big? Does it look dangerous? Is it humanoid? What do I see?
It looks like a medium monstrosity.
Oh.
Oh
What if I
damn!
hit? What if I hit the, what if I hit the tree very quietly?
I mean, this thing, if it drops on us, that could possibly just kill you just from it landing on you. So maybe
I
not.
can take it.
You couldn't take a frog, Kurtz.
Shots
That is a
fired.
13-year-old zinger there.
You know what?
Urgra, I didn't know you know how to
No.
cast vicious mockery.
Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
Multi-classing at level 1, are we?
First nods, stands up, walks away, and yells, "Hey, we're here for the sap!"
I like it. Right to the
Okay.
point.
All All right, so you see Urga above you. The leaves rustle, and these eyes, these glowing eyes, start to peer, and you hear the flapping of some wings. And above the tree is you three would recognize as a harpy, is flying over the tree.
Go on, Urgra. She's a bird lady.
That's a siren, I think. Oh shit, harpy. Yeah, fuck.
I cover my ears.
All three of us are like, oh shit.
Urgra, cover your ears with your pom pom hair things. Just pull them down.
Pull them down. Make little headphones.
Yeah.
Think that's what you're wearing right now.
They're multi-purpose.
That's awesome. All right, what do you guys want to do?
Hello?
What was
That usually doesn't work.
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
Hello?
Oh. What are you doing at my tree?
Well, we were hoping to gather a little bit of sap from it, if you wouldn't mind.
You cannot touch my home. She's just flying.
Right. I'm going to crouch down and try to hide so that she doesn't see me while she's focused on Urgra, so maybe I can get advantage on my attack. Like a rogue.
Okay.
Ooh, rogue wizard.
Give me a stealth roll real quick.
Alright. Yeah, because I'm brilliant. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What if you touch the tree and give us the sap?
Nothing of this tree shall ever be harmed.
We don't want to harm it, we just want the sap.
Go away at once. This is your final warning.
Would you be interested in a trade?
No.
Alright. Yeah, Urga pulls out a bow and she's taking it.
Listen, we can do this two ways.
Oh,
A very tiring fight. Or you can just give us the sap, and we'll do something for you.
Okay, and as you say that, you start to hear some melody coming out of the harpy's ears. What do you guys do?
Ears? Oh yeah, my ears
out of his mouth. You hear it coming out.
Ears are doing this.
Insert foot in mouth. She starts to sing.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
Fuck off.
All right, let's roll some initiative.
I like it.
Guys, I'm gonna go down again.
We're in a forest.
All right, let me pull up the turn order first. All right, got it just in time.
Oh, we need to do it.
Finley, roll crap. I want to see.
Kurtz are in it.
Ooh, look at that.
It doesn't do advantage.
Okay, we all just have to kill it really fast.
16.
Yeah, sometimes as much as I like to complain about low initiative, sometimes I kind of like going down there where I can kind of see what's all happening. I don't know if I really like going towards the top.
Okay.
Just kill it really quick.
Descending. Okay. So it looks like you guys got the drop on her because she's trying to sing. But all four of you are covering your ears.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm not.
Oh, you're not because you're getting ready to shoot. Okay. Okay, so the range is 300 feet. So give me a wisdom saving throw, Urgra. You're going to release your arrow, but give me the wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And,
what is it?
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck.
all right, my dear, you are charmed, but the arrow is loose and flying towards the harpy. The other three of you, I will give advantage to with your wisdom saving throw since you're covering your ears.
I already have advantage.
The DC is 11.
Oh,
so
Lord.
Rin, you were able to cover your ears in time. Finley, you are good. Oh, Kurt.
I have advantage, yeah. I forgot
yeah, that's
to
right.
set it.
Roll one more time.
Okay, much better.
Okay,
So
so
much better.
this isn't your first rodeo with a harpy, so you three know what to do. Urga is more intent on just getting that first arrow off. So you are now charmed until the song ends. Let's see.
You did hit it with the arrow, though.
So she has to take on her bonus action on subsequent turns to continue singing. If the song stops at any time, The harpy is incapacitated. While charmed this way, target is incapacitated, ignores the songs. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. So you are also immune to harpy songs for the next 24 hours if you save.
Yeah.
All right.
Sir, are we good?
Yes, you three are good. So you're still covering your ears, but she's going to continue singing. So if you take your hands off your ears, you're going to need to. But until you take your hands off, however many turns, you won't have to redo the check until you take your hands off. So Urgra's attack, that was... What'd you say it was?
19.
19.
19, okay.
We can use a net right now.
That actually will hit. What was the damage on it?
And it's a monstrosity, so it's 6 damage. And then...
Okay.
Wom.
So do I get a wisdom saving throw now?
Yes.
I want to break free. Urgra can't do wisdom saving throws, guys.
Yeah, it is
Yes,
becoming more and more apparent.
Oh my god.
We can see that.
We are gonna get you some potions of heroism. We're gonna get you
Give me 6 rounds. It'll be fine.
All right. So Finley, you got your hands over your ears. You see Urgra landed a shot as an arrow pierces into the body of the harpy. She's still flying, still singing. What would you like to do, sir?
All right. How high up is this tree?
She's probably about 40 feet in the air.
It. I'm useless.
throw your throwing axe.
Oh.
Yeah, that requires... I'm not very good with the bow. I have the bow.
All right, so I will run up to Urgra because I'll see that we all instinctively grab our ears, and she's just like we didn't get a chance to warn her. So I will run up to Urgra and try to grab her face, and with a bonus action, inspire her. Be like, Urgra, snap out of it. We need you, and I will inspire you.
So you took your hands off your ears to grab her face.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Okay, so you took your hands off, so let me get a wisdom saving throw from you.
Okay.
To see if you are...
Going through my shit to see if I can have anything I can just plug my ears with.
Oh, great.
Oh!
Alright,
but I still got my inspiration off, so that's fine.
Yes.
It's all good.
Yes. Okay, so you are charmed as well.
Had a moment of oh shit, that's right, and then ha.
Okay.
All right, that'll probably be my whole turn then.
All right.
Do I still get an action or not?
Yeah. But you're charmed
Okay.
now.
He gets no actions when he's charmed.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. How does the
incapacitated.
charm?
Yep. So, yeah, you took your hands off, did the thing to Urgra, and then that incapacitated you after that.
It's all good. We need our range person back. It's fine.
Okay.
My last one, so hopefully that works.
All right, Rin, you see Finley running up, do something with Urgra. What would you like to do?
Well, of course, is there a way for me to just cast the spell with my finger and just go like that?
Yeah.
Or will I have to take my... Okay,
No,
cool.
you could.
I'll just...
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
All right. So, kind of readjusting.
Okay.
I was stealthed enough that it didn't notice me.
Yes.
So would I have advantage on my ranged
down.
attack?
Yes.
Don't burn down the tree.
Well, she's flying high in the air. I mean, even if I missed, it shouldn't hit the tree.
Yeah, I think you'd be good.
But I have advantage, so I mean, right? I can't miss with advantage with an 11.
That actually barely hits.
Oh,
thank goodness.
Yep.
Thank goodness.
Barely.
Oh.
2 fire damage.
2 fire damage. The amazing
It's
wizard.
a long fight, guys.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I'm going. It's hard. It's hard. It takes skill to do that, and I'm not used to it.
Okay, I wrote down something wrong. Give me a second. How much did your first attack do?
6.
6.
We've done a total of 8 damage.
That's all that's going to happen. I've got an idea.
Okay, I wrote down the wrong thing. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kurtz.
So I have an idea.
Okay.
I approve. Go.
Is it
Don't
involving
even
the
know what it
violence?
is, but I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling about it.
Okay. Okay. We're just here for the sap, right?
Yes.
Fuck this woman. I'm gonna sprint up to the tree,
Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
as quick as I can, I'm gonna pull out my sword and hit the tree as hard as I can with my sword,
Okay, give me an attack roll.
so that the sap starts flowing.
I love it. Yes, Kurt's glad to
Pretty
get
much,
yes.
as long as you don't crit fail, you're good.
And
All
you
right.
get it.
Yep. Yeah, you took a big chunk out of the tree, and you start to see it slowly start to bleed sap out.
All right, and then now I'm guessing I have to make my wisdom save.
Yes, sir.
I like it.
One of us passed.
Oh, you're
11.
fine. You're fine. You're fine.
You are good.
You.
All right, so
You
with
are-
my bonus action, can I just pull out a vial and start collecting that shit?
Absolutely. So it's slow dripping, so it might take you a little bit, but it is starting to kind of like,
Yeah,
hit
so-
the rim of the
Pull-
flask.
Pull the sword out, just put the jar through it. Cover me!
All right.
Suck it out, Kurtz. Just suck it out.
All right, so the harpy is flying up in the air, and she's going to swoop down towards Urgra. So she's
I
going
heard
to.
if you suck hard and use your tongue on wood, it works.
Hey, Kurtz knows all about the tongue. He's a married man, okay?
All right, so she has talons, but then she's also carrying a club, so she's going to do one attack with each.
Oh! How you doing over there, Urgra?
I got an AC of.
Wait, who's she clubbing? Is she clubbing
It's,
Kurtz?
14.
Yeah.
Clubbing Urgra.
14 is my AC.
All right,
Oh,
so
yeah.
the club is going to miss, but the claws do make contact, doing 5 slashing damage to you.
All right.
That's just one heartbeat. Come on.
Urgra's just drooling a little bit.
I mean, we are losing our number one damager.
Okay, so she needs to
Not at this level.
take a bonus.
No, I meant Kurtz.
action.
Kurtz is not able to swing a sword.
Yeah.
Like, he's the one who's rolling like 12, 13, 15 damage, you know?
Yeah, I can't hit it right now. It's like,
Okay.
get down here so I can hit you with my sword.
All right, so the club attack missed. The claws hit, but she seemed to stop focusing on singing, and the song fades. So she becomes incapacitated.
She fall to the ground.
Yes, she
I'm gonna
does.
fuck her up.
What?
Okay. Urgra, it is. Oh, she's here now. All right, so she falls to the ground, incapacitated probably for the next turn. As the song stops, what would you like to do, Urgra? As you see her body land on the ground.
Isn't Urgra still charmed?
Now when the song stops,
Oh. Interesting.
so I shake my head and she goes, what? Oh, there you are. I'll take out my scimitar and just slash at her.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Advantage.
For what?
Prone.
Is she prone?
I'll grant it.
Okay.
Fell out of the sky.
Recall 16.
That is a hit.
And it'll be 6 points of damage.
Okay. Okay.
And I will go around her to try and flank her with Finley.
Okay.
That's turn.
All right. So you see a slash coming from Urgra, and then she dashes around the backside. Finley, what would you like to do?
Stab it with your rapier.
Give it a try. You have advantage.
I would like to try to do something else.
Okay.
Seeing this thing stop singing, so it tries to club and scratch and then like falls on the ground and Urgra's stabbing at it.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to, and this is my action, bonus action, all this stuff, it's fine. Can I put my fluffy manacles on and put one of the loincloths in her mouth and so she can't sing?
Ooh. Give me a flat D20 roll.
You can use mine.
I have my fuzzy manacles, like you know the ones, the pink
Yeah, I
ones.
know.
Oh,
Yeah.
They've seen a lot of
A
miles.
flat D20. Hold on, I gotta pull that shit up.
They've seen a lot of. Oh, they're actually probably like really fresh at this point.
No! No!
Wait, is this like an ability check or something? Can I re-roll that as a halfling, or is this something different?
Nope, something different. All
Okay.
right. So with a natural 1, so as you're struggling with her, she seems to no longer be incapacitated.
The scent of the frogs knocks her out of it.
So she's come to and
like
fights you off, and you're not able to get any kind of restraints on her, but you still have an action if you like.
Finley is slightly distracted by the breasts.
The exposed testicles.
All right. Well, I will fucking try to hit her with the back end of my rapier. So it's a non-lethal blow if it doesn't kill her. Sure, whatever.
You can just make a regular attack, and then if it brings them to 0 and you're wanting to incapacitate, you just declare non-lethal. So you don't have to do less damage, yeah.
All right. Is she still on the ground, or is she up now?
If she's on the ground, standing, like she, got up, but she hasn't taken flight again yet.
Hey.
That is a hit.
I think
So
you're...
Yep. 2 points
Okay.
of damage, whatever that is.
Okay, and she appears to be bloodied now.
Are you not proficient with the rapier?
He is. He just has no dex bonus.
Yep. No strength, no dex, no nothing. I got nothing. Just swinging a sword, dude.
All right, Ren, you are hidden in the circular tree line, and you see all this going down. The harpy has stood back up. What would you like to do?
All right, since I see that she's not singing and she kind of did a stumble, I'm like, opportunity! Both hands come out, quick arching sound, and I just shoot out 3 magic missile darts.
Perfect.
They do not miss.
Roll for damage.
Let's see how well did they go. How much? Darn, 13.
Not bad.
God damn.
Woo! All right.
How did you roll on that? 2 4s.
2 4s and a 2.
It almost takes her down as you see these 3 magic missiles surging into her body, smashing. You see feathers start to pour off. She screams out in pain, but is still up. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's it. I would just say, try to finish her off. Ears. Whoop.
Okay. Okay.
I have 7 hit points. I know I'm most squishy. Down I go.
All right, we go to Kurtz's turn. You are slowly still waiting for the tree sap. What are you wanting to do?
I just drop it and
Okay.
waltz over to her, and I'm going to do that thing that I do.
Okay, do the thing.
Rolling that one.
The Kurtz waltz.
With advantage.
Ooh.
That is a hit.
The Kurtz waltz.
Yeah.
How do you
Curse
want
waltz.
to do it?
Like
Just
a
gonna-
superhero strut, but different.
I'm just going to walk up behind her as she's like focused on either Finley or Urgra, and then just take her head off without her knowing.
Oh, okay, so clean slice straight across, and you just see, like, the body go frail as, like, almost cartoon style. The head just kind of almost seems like it floats, but then it just rolls off to the side, and you can just see your tongue just kind of go limp outside of it. Good job.
Let's pick up the head. We could have just been reasonable about this.
I like it.
All right. What would you guys like to do?
I want to cut off her wings.
Oh, okay, granted.
I'm going to take them.
Okay.
Does this harpy have clothes on?
So no, the bottom half of her is like bird-like, but the top half is just exposed humanoid breasts. She's got nasty looking dreadlocks, mangled hair. It's gross.
See,
Can
Urgra,
I
this
get
is what your hair should look like.
Can I get some harpy feathers and harpy blood? Is
Well, I
that
have
a
the
thing?
wings. You can have those. I was going to pluck the feathers out of them.
Yep. So all the feathers would be on, the wings, or you could. Do you both want feather, or I mean?
If Kurtz is taking wings, can I? You said there's feathers on the bottom half. Can I just pluck a couple
Sure.
of those out?
Yeah, you can pluck a couple of those out. Yeah.
No, keep your wings, dude. Keep your harpy wings. I'm good. I'm good.
It's more like a down.
I got my red wings. As I hold them up, and they're like spewing blood out of them.
Xbox achievement unlocked.
Wow.
None of the macabre twins over there
Wow.
enjoy hacking and slashing. We're going to focus on getting the sap from the tree.
Okay.
It's not a human if it's dead.
All right, so now that there doesn't seem to be a time crunch because the foe has been slain, you don't see any other enemies in the area, no other harpies. You are able to collect a decent amount of sap, but the tree does have this massive gash on the side of it.
Oops. Not really.
Wait,
Can I do a nature check to see if it's something the tree could recover from?
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't try to cut through the tree. I was just like, fuck, open it.
It's a pretty big blow, though.
Sharply.
16.
You think that eventually the tree could recover from it, but you think that maybe like collecting more sap and maybe putting some dirt and stuff and like rubbing it over it might keep it from bugs or diseases from getting into the tree.
All right, yeah, I'll start doing that. I'll just get some set my water container out, make some mud,
Okay.
and just try and put stuff
How-
on so the bugs can't get into it after we get the sap.
Of
I was
course.
going to say,
of course.
how much sap can we get from the actual tree?
You got maybe about a cup.
Okay, nothing more. All right.
Right. I mean, if you guys want to try to get more, you can wait more, but that'll be
I
more than
mean-
enough.
We can always come back at later times and harvest. We can
There's
probably
a-
actually install a tap into this tree.
Right,
Well,
right.
Do I know if is the sap bitter, sweet?
Taste it.
What does it say in your manifesto?
I don't think it tells me the taste. I'm just going to quickly check, but I don't think it did.
I don't think it did either.
I lick it.
That a boy.
All right.
So proud.
It says that it consumed fresh as a beverage and not boiled down into a syrup. So I'm assuming it's sweet.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Should be consumed fresh as a beverage. So
Okay. All right.
Okay,
What do you
so-
guys want to do?
Gotta head back to our bugbear friend. Actually, the priestesses, because they need
Select
support.
some priestesses, go find Pugnose.
Okay.
Get that tablet piece.
I hope they finished. I hope they didn't die, fall in the water.
Well, best case scenario, our little effigy served as a warning to any other bullywugs.
Well, I meant if the creature was inside the water. Because we didn't check the water.
I threw a bobby in there.
Yes, but that's not really checking the water, is it?
Kind of.
Hey, priestesses, you alive?
Yes, we're over here.
Oh, see, they're fine.
We're just finishing off the last bottle, or last jar.
Hey, is you dead?
As they're, this elaborate pulley system that they've set up, they're pulling up the last large container. You see all three of them are just like, heave, heave, heave. You know. Okay, so with another person, they're able to get it up very easily, and you can see them putting these kind of lids on top of the jars. So they're all sitting there, but they're kind of looking at each other like these are very large containers full of this tier water.
Hey, Rin.
They didn't really think about how to get it back, and they're very
Rin,
heavy.
Rin, can't you make your little people? Can't you help them with their the servants there?
Yes, it would take me 30 minutes to get 3 up.
We got time.
All right. I mean, that sap should be consumed fresh. Would one of you want to just give it to the bugbear while I work on this?
Yeah. I can take someone and head over there, give it to him, and complete the transaction, and then head back to see how you all are doing.
Sounds fine.
Why don't you and Finley go deliver the sap?
All right.
Or perhaps we could help them just get to the bugbear, and then while we're looking through his wares there, you can take your time, make a servant or two, and then
Yes.
we'll have some help to go back.
I can walk and cast at the same time.
All right.
All right.
I will help carry and earn.
Can you?
Okay.
I should just open the
It's
book
gonna
and
look
start-
like I'm helping.
Okay, so if there's 3 priestesses and 3 of you, so if you and a priestess are each on a jar, you guys will very careful. It's gonna be very slow going. You guys could carry it while Rin's doing his thing. So how long does it take to make the unseen servants?
10 minutes a servant.
Okay. So it'll probably take more than that, walking that slow to get back to them. So eventually, you are going to be able to, summon them, and they can take over carrying.
As we walk. Okay, that
Yeah.
works.
Oh boy, that's what's like severely. Oh, my little left shoulders. Oh, okay, all right.
So you guys are you going to stay with them, or are you going to go ahead of them?
Well, we're all traveling at the same pace, right, to reach the bugbear.
Right, but you guys, before we get to the rest of the journey, so the servants are helping the ladies with the pots. Are you guys walking slower with them, or are you going ahead to the bugbear
Urga
merchant?
would have let the priestess have a break, and she and the servant are carrying the jug.
I think that we should deliver this as soon as possible, so
Yeah,
it doesn't go bad.
That needs to be delivered fresh.
Yeah, so I'll just go ahead.
Okay.
Not like a jog.
Okay. So are you going off by yourself?
I can, unless anyone wants to go with me. I don't really give a shit.
It doesn't matter to me. I'm just curious.
I'll go wherever you want me to go here. Where am I going? Am I carrying a jug or am I going with Kurtz?
Can you carry a jug?
Pretty much not. No, not really. I was actually just acting like I was. I'm more there for stability. I'm for their stability here and making sure it doesn't wobble too much. But yeah, if I let go, literally nothing happens different. It's pretty much just me looking like I'm helping.
Be a good cheerleader though.
Man, here, welcome to come along.
Okay. So who's all going?
These.
Finley,
Kurtz, Finley, and that it?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, those two are racing ahead.
Okay, so we'll put you guys up here. So Rin and Urgra are staying with the ladies. All right, go ahead, guys.
Yep. So I'll just hoist up Finley and jog ahead.
Okay.
Back where I belong, on the shoulders here. This is
Wait.
This is the life here.
John, do I still have my disc?
You do not.
Fuck.
Hey, Kurtz, remember when you had that disc?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was like the best.
The good old days.
I do miss being up here though. This is good. This is like our bonding time we used to have. Remember that? This is good. I like this a little better actually.
Yeah, Mule. Yeah.
Me master, you blaster.
All right. Yeah, go ahead. Take it away, guys.
Yep. So I'll just follow the river down until we see old Pugnose.
Okay. So eventually you guys make your way towards him, and he is just... and he looks over super excited to see you guys, and you can just see like this almost a foot long just trail of snot just dangling from his face. He's in really rough shape.
I'll just give him hurry up and drink this.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much. And you're kind of like moving his head to kind of get that dangling snot trail out of the way, so he can kind of slowly pour the cup into his mouth, and it's very, very thick. But he's slowly gets it into his mouth.
Yeah, cough syrup. Yeah, I dig it.
And he, an instant sigh of relief. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
No.
No, not at all, really. Yeah, if you consider battling, harpies and things, nothing too serious. No, it was walk in the park.
You had to battle a harpy for this?
Just one.
Oh, well, I hope it wasn't too much trouble. I really appreciate it. And as agreed, somewhere in there, I held it for you. Go ahead and grab it.
Yeah, so I'll rummage through there pretty excitedly and pull out the stone tablet.
Awesome. All right.
Hey, Pugnose, I wanted to. Oh, and I'll pull out the frog loincloth / outfits that I presentation, so they just look like rags or whatever. Like, here, perhaps maybe just this could. I saw you had to throw your other one away for your snot rag there. I thought maybe this might help a bit, and I'll hand him over the bullywog
sure
thing.
Yeah, and he'll just wipe that big nasty line off his face.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep. Word. Okay, great.
Very, very, very grateful. So as you pull out the stone tablet piece, Kurtz, I just shared it with you guys. There seems to be some words engraved on this broken piece.
Cool.
Yeah, so you just gave him a crotch Kleenex.
Can you see it? The
You can
handout?
see it on
Pretty
the-
much.
Not on the not on the
Behind
roll 20.
Piece is past oncoming chaos is inevitable, and yeah, we're just missing a bunch.
Yeah. I kind of uncover it and then sort of just smile, wrap it back up, and stow it very deep down in my pack.
Okay, awesome. These are pretty fragile, but this is definitely a good thing, and it is a quantum item, so you're aware.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good job.
Hey, Pugnose.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Hey, look, it's working already. All right. All right. That's good. That's good. Hey, just quick question here for you. You said that all of us could look through and get a little hippity boopity boop, or just the piece of rock over there?
Well, if there's anything you guys want to purchase from here on, I think the deal was the one free item. But if there's anything
Yeah, that's fair.
buy,
That's fine.
feel free.
I did actually have a quick question for you. Since you are a traveling merchant, I'm sure you've been around here, there, and back again. Out of sheer curiosity, have you ever stumbled upon, not that they're really anything all that valuable or anything like that, it's more just a collector's item that I've been searching for, these kind of like blue sphere-y orb kind of things, and sometimes they're kind of shiny, I guess, kind of like big marbles or something, if you will, but again, they're not really like all that expensive or all that anything really all that important. It's just more of a collector's item here that I've been on the search for. Have you ever heard of anything like that before, or seen it, or?
No, I have not. But I can keep an eye out for you.
Well, yeah. I mean, that'd be great. I'd certainly appreciate it here for one favor for another. I hope your sniffles clear up there. It seems like it's working pretty quickly there. But hey, put a pin in it, as they say. If you see anything, my name's Finley Shenanigans. And I would be greatly appreciated if you ever stumble upon one or get any kind of information. That'd be top notch there.
Awesome.
Go
ahead.
Pugnose, where did you find this stone tablet?
I traded it from another merchant who was a traveling merchant as well. Us traveling merchants, we try to, if somebody thinks they could sell something, we'll peddle it or trade it or something like that. I got it as another bugbear traveling merchant.
Mm-hmm. And did he have any more?
No, this was the only one.
Okay.
What?
Do you remember his name?
Yeah, it was Trolley.
Trolley. Well, if you happen to come across any more of these tablets, I'd be interested in paying very handsomely for them.
We'll keep it in mind. What is it, by the way?
Well, just a bit of history. I'm a collector of sorts.
Okay.
Right, he collects historical things. I'm more of just things. I like to put them on my shelf, like little knickknacks and things. Or it's like a collector set. All these blue ball things. It's a long story. Blue balls are involved. It's not a big deal. But he likes his historical pieces, and I'm more of just kind of like hang them on the shelf kind of thing. Yeah. What?
Tchotchkes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. While we're chatting here with him, is there anything kind of cool on this guy's cart? You said it's just kind of basic stuff.
Yeah. So if you guys need to purchase anything from here, in route between here and town, you guys can whatever in the PHB. All right. So Rin and Urgra and the servants and the priestesses, you guys are now at the top of the map, coming down, just waddling with these large urns.
So, are you three in favor of Alundra's teachings, or are you more of Tavaria's choice?
Alundra was the true chosen head priestess, and we stick by the words that she said.
That's very good of you. I agree with that. That's a very good stance to stay to. Don't you agree, Urgra?
What stance do you two take?
I believe Tavaria is not as good as she believes she is. I think she's deluding herself.
Nylon thinks that she's hiding something. And both of them will kind of agree that we're not so sold on that, but we don't want to veer from the original teachings. So that's why we cling to Alundra.
Yes, I do believe Alundra is closer than you think. I look at Urgra.
Thanks, Ren. And I believe it's really stupid that we have moving water heading from the waterfall to the city, and we're not using it to transport these pots.
Well, the pots are laden with water, Urgra. They don't float once they're filled. If they were air, they would be buoyant.
I'm aware of that. I'm talking about having just a raft for this particular thing that you can possibly drag along the river upstream and then just carry along.
Well, if you had the times and means to craft one, I suppose.
They have a whole year between festivals.
Can any of you magically conjure or something like that, or are you too low levels?
No, we're level 1.
Okay.
The old-fashioned way.
Okay.
Close your eyes and think about it really hard.
Yes. No,
Right.
doesn't work.
So you guys, with all the rest, eventually make it to where the rest of the party is, unless there's anything else you want to say en route to the priestesses.
Well, I was wondering, where is Alundra taking her current residence? Is she residing where Alundra used to live?
You said Alundra twice. Did you mean?
Sorry. Where is Tavaria? Is she's residing where Alundra used to be?
Yes. Yep. She's taken the head priestess position inside the temple for
her rooms and all of the.
Right inside the temple. Yes.
And all of Alundra's possessions.
I believe that they were taken away. Do you know what? I'm not sure where.
Seems.
Okay.
Seems a bad omen.
Also, when Tavara was chosen, was there like some sort of vote among the priestesses, or did she just get enough support? Was there a formal vote, or was it just she took over?
She revealed that she was now getting the words from the goddesses and stepped up, and it's actually causing a division in the temple right now. Us who aren't sure of her intentions are, wanting to stick to Alundra's teachings, and hopefully she comes back. But a majority of the priestesses are following Tavara, believing that she is, the chosen head priestess from the goddesses. She did seem to reveal and say things that none of us, her knowledge of the divine far surpassed any one of us, and that's only something a head priestess has been able to do. But there hasn't been any miracles or any other signs, but she's just very knowledgeable.
Well, she studied under Alundra, did she not?
She sort of, yes.
Couldn't you have assumed that she received these teachings from Alundra?
Quite possibly. I'm not sure of the specifics, unfortunately.
Do any of you have means to be able to ascertain the truth with divine assistance? Being able to perhaps maybe even sit her within a chair of some sort that has the speaking only truth?
So that's partly why there's the division is truth is just a matter of perspective, and we are not wanting to be feuding with these other priestesses, but we just have different perceptions on what the truth is, and we can't come to an agreement. But I'm sure eventually the truth will come out.
Indeed, because if you were to ask her perhaps in a truthful or a forced truthful situation, and she does continue to persist, then you have either two options. One, she is telling the truth, or two, she's quite mad.
Even though we disagree with her, I don't think any of us would think that she's mad. I think she does have the purest of intentions. She's always been a righteous individual. It's just a different worldview.
Indeed. Do you think a person is still righteous if they put a child to death?
Oh, man, I guess it depends on the circumstance. I mean, children dying is never a pleasant thing, but...
By her hand, if she chose to execute him.
Oh, my hand, but...
well, anyone executing a child, that is a very grievous, concerning thought. Has she done something like that?
I have this very keen sense that she has these thoughts in her head, that she would be willing to do such atrocious things for the sake of her belief.
Well, maybe we should tell the other sisters that she's a child murderer.
Yes, indeed. It's a good thing to think about. If she is willing to do something to such an extreme, there's some questions should be raised.
I can't believe she would do something like that. And you start to see the sincere worry and fear on all their faces.
Plant the seed, brother. Plant the seed.
Anything else?
Oh, look, it's Kurtz. Hello, Kurtz.
Speak of the devil.
Hey there. Hey there. I think we're all wrapped up here. The sap seems to be working here for a good old Pugnose, and yeah, I think we're good. Are y'all carried away here with the water? Are y'all figured it out?
I think we have. And you've gotten your tablet?
Yes, I have.
Was it exactly what you wanted?
That and more.
What was it?
We'll speak later about it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hey,
across-
while we're taking a moment here, Rin, is there any can you connect to Orion here at all, or can you connect over to him at all? Or do we need to get closer to town?
At least 100 feet, Finley.
Oh, for fuck's sake! All right. Well, then let's get a move on here. We have no idea where your bird is.
Hopefully he's not moved. We'll find out once we return to the diner, and the priestess who's watching him might, tell us.
All right.
I hope so, because the last person I gave a weapon to didn't end up well at the end.
Okay.
Fooled me once, shame on me. Fooled me twice.
Alrighty.
Fool me twice.
alright.
It's obviously someone else's fault. All right.
All right. So we want to make our way to town. Pugnose, are you heading into Candoria, or are you heading a different direction there, sir?
I'm not quite sure where I'm going to travel to next. I think I'll probably stay here for a while and see if I can get any adventurers to purchase any gear, but I will eventually be moving on.
Maybe
Do you have any
go to
suggestions?
civilization.
Well, traveling merchants don't tend to set up shop in town because there's the already established merchants there. We try to get the people who are out and about who need things.
Well, sure.
remotely.
I mean, have you ever been to Candoria before, or?
Oh, of course, everyone's been to Candoria, I believe.
All right. I mean, yeah, there's two ways to go about business. Yeah, sure, you can travel around, right? That's a good way to. You could always set up a shop, right, and still have a traveling one, right? I mean, the Candoria seems like it's going to be kind of an up and coming city. They don't even have the walls up yet, but it's kind of bustling, So I'm just saying, there's some space in there. Perhaps you could, make get your foot in the ground there, or foot in the door. What's the thing I'm looking for? Yeah, foot in the door, right? Yeah, sure.
Take your claim now.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, but I prefer the free lifestyle of travel. I love to see the world.
I will say that there has been growing reports of beasts and monsters coming through the roads and forests. I wouldn't recommend going out alone. Perhaps you might see some bodyguards to join you, or something of at least maybe a caravan.
I have been hearing about these recent monster attacks. Luckily, I've, knock on wood, and you'll see him kind of knock on the cart. Uh-oh. We lost somebody.
Oh, we lost Connor. Connor, no!
Oh, Connor, no!
Oh, no!
And we're all
Connor,
in.
no! We're screwed up, Connor.
No, man, I'm fine. I don't know.
Can you guys turn off cameras real quick?
Yes.
In the correct order.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, guys. Technical issues.
Way
Alright.
to go, Connor. Jeez.
Go, Kyle. Go, Kyle. Go.
And Dylan.
Turned mine off a while ago.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you can turn back on.
Nah, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Bam, and we're back. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeehaw!
Glad you connected quickly. Where are we at? It's almost 10 o'clock. Okay.
Knocking on wood. That's what he was doing.
Monsters.
Knocking on wood. Yeah, so he hasn't seen any monster attacks. He'll keep that in mind moving forward. Do you guys have any recommendation of where a hot spot would be with lots of bustling adventurers to purchase gear?
We know of a town called Brandylac. That was a kind of that we've been there before. That's a good one.
Maybe not send him there.
I'm just naming towns that I've heard of in order.
Yeah. It's fine. I'll figure it out, I'm sure.
I would absolutely avoid the Bane's territory, if at all possible.
Also, a small town named Sheffield to the west. Avoid that place.
Avoid it. Okay.
Yeah, right. And just at a character. So again, Finley traveling around. I don't have necessarily all this information at my disposal, but I could probably point him in some sort of directions for some towns. Just
sure.
Finley,
Like,
not me off the top of my head.
Maybe around here. And
Yep.
I'll take a mental note of it. And
Sure.
cool. Okay.
Those are all fine places. You should try them out if you haven't been there before.
I appreciate the advice.
God damn it, guys.
What?
We forgot to fucking get the fucking elf girl out at the waterfall.
But she's not there.
The music.
Fox girl.
Oh, well, she's still in your pocket.
Yeah.
Was it that waterfall or a different waterfall?
It was a different waterfall.
Oh,
So there was
okay.
the one under the
Different
bridge that was a different
Okay.
area.
Okay.
Yeah, where the koi are. This is not that.
Right.
the Banshee waterfall. We want the fairy waterfall.
Right.
Right.
So many
Sorry.
waterfalls.
Don't go chasing waterfalls, all right?
He's got a fair point.
That could be a
I'll write
one-hit
that
wonder.
That could be a catchy one. I have a whole waterfall album. I have my other waterfall song. Now I got this one. That's good. I have a whole waterfall album. All right. I'll jot that down.
Were you guys wanting to do anything with the music box, or were you just...
No.
Okay. Okay.
I think the only thing that Finley would like to do, because I know we talked about trying, but if we can't do it this session, that's fine. But I know we were trying to get some alone time with the Alundra crystal to see what Alundra could tell us about how Tavaria came to power, since we've kind of talked about that a little bit. But I know it's getting kind of late.
If you guys wanted to take a moment to try it out, you could, walk away from the sisters real quick if you wanted.
That's up to you guys. We can have them kind of ho-hum around in front of us and still keep an eye on them while they
Sure.
have servants helping them.
Yeah, that's fine too.
But that's up to you guys.
Yeah, we can do that, and then we'll end it after that.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So we've been
we'll
beating around the bush about this whole Tavaria come to power and saying she's talking to goddesses and things, and she has the rightful claim. But it's interesting how she's the one saying that she has rightful claim and no one else knows anything. I think Urgra, that crystal that you talked about before, we kind of have a direct line of contact here. Yeah, you just go to the source. I think that's a brilliant plan. I think we have a question here.
I mean, we could sure try. I don't know if she can actually make contact with us when we're in the past, and plus, she didn't seem all that knowledgeable of things when we asked her in the first place. We can sure try.
All right. That's worth a shot, I guess.
I will pull out the crystal and making sure.
Are you guys
we trail back.
Pugnose? Okay.
No, yeah. So we're on our way back to Pandoria. We trail behind the sisters, but we still can have them in view.
Okay. All right. So you pull the crystal out, and then what are you wanting to do?
Alundra?
You hear no response.
You're muted, by the way, Dylan.
I shake it really hard.
Okay. And nothing happens.
like an 8-ball.
Yeah.
Finley, do you want to try rubbing it or licking it?
I thought you never asked. Sure. Come on. All right.
Super high.
I mean, as high as a 13-year-old can be.
I'm like 5'8".
Yeah, she's still tall.
Yeah, I still can't get there. I can't get there. There's no way.
I'll make an attack roll. No kidding. Just kidding.
I mean, Ryan, have you tried to examine this magically yet?
Well, no, I haven't cast anything upon it, but I assume it's magical in nature. I mean, it appeared in your bag out of nowhere. That pretty much screams magic in all of its, definition.
All right.
Do you want me to? I mean, as I walk and talk, I can try to identify it.
I don't know any other way to gather information about this type of thing, because I don't know.
All right, I'll try. Just hand it over. Thank you.
He's really
All right, Finley, did you want to lick it before I do this?
There we go. Thank you, Randy. I'll lick it real quick.
All right, nothing happens.
All right.
Ha!
Guess
Well,
not.
A little halfling saliva on the tip of the crystal.
You always experiment with everything, Argra. Just write that down, all right? At the very least, lick it. And if nothing, all right, then. All right,
I know
do your thing.
I know I look young, Finley, but I'm a little past that level of corruption.
There's still time. We have a long adventure ahead of us.
I will begin to cast Identify on the crystal with the band.
Okay. Can you click it?
Yes, I can.
To see?
I so can do that. I am so capable of clicking this.
Do you need me to hold your cloak while we're walking?
I mean, it's attached to me. I'm pretty good. You can lift it up if you want to.
I just didn't know if you were doing it ritually or you're just casting that bad boy.
Oh, it's a ritual. It's a total ritual.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So, if it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, which it is, you learn its properties and how to use it, whether it requires a attunement to use. Okay. All right, so you definitely know that there is some kind of bond with this crystal and you guys, and you definitely think it has to do with the time loop thing that you guys are in. And you learn how to see its properties and how to use it. So in the use part of it, it does not seem to be any kind of communicator.
Is it an indicator?
Indicator of what?
Being close to something, or if we're on the right path, or if danger's lurking nearby, or...
It does not seem to have any of those kind of properties.
Okay.
You guys can kind of just
maybe
throw out questions and I'll answer yes or no on this kind of thing.
Maybe it's just our link to, like, that plane.
Do I feel like if we lose contact with it, it would be a dire thing?
Oh, if you four, yes.
Okay, so don't let anyone steal this, Urgra. I can tell you that. We have to at least probably keep this on our person all the way through the time.
What if we surgically installed it in one of us?
I mean, what are its dimensions? Let's start with that.
It's a little bigger than a banana.
Of course,
I was gonna say I slowly try to cover my rectum. That's not going anywhere near there, man. We're not taking this across. We're not taking this across county lines here or something. I'm not transporting that via rectum. That's not happening.
It's legal in the state, but it's still a federal offense.
But not a crystal. That's no.
Do I get a sense that it might act as a safety net should one of us perish too soon?
Ooh, good question. You don't know the answer to.
Okay.
Is it some sort of beacon as far as time so that Elundra can keep track of us?
That is a fair guess.
So we either get no or you don't know. Those are our options.
It seems plausible to you. That
all right,
is
so at the very least, we can't lose this fucking crystal, or some bad shit happens, we don't go back where we need to go, or we could die, all kinds of bad shit. So tuck that thing away somewhere safe.
Until I get my bag of holding, which I cannot remember what year I actually purchased that, but I could always put it back in there when that happens.
You just buy a new bag of holding.
Well, they're quite expensive, Kurtz.
How much do they cost?
They
Is it 500 usually?
500 to 1,000-ish.
Yeah.
You can afford that.
I do not have that much money.
You steal it.
So the box you have, Finley, for storing the spheres is a secured box. There's room for extra room in it until it's full. You might be able to store it in there. Just brainstorming. You don't have to, but just throwing the idea out.
I don't know. So, all right. So here's the situation. I mean, I could put it in my secret stash here, but on the fair chat, let's just say, some bad shit happens. Where is it better to have all of our collective eggs in one basket, or is it better maybe to have everything kind of separate? So even if we lose one thing, it's not just so batshit crazy that we lose everything all at once.
I mean, we could just kill anyone who touches the basket.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure. No, I mean, we would definitely do that, Kurtz. And I mean, that's a given. That's a Kurtz given there, Kurtz given, Thanksgiving. Kurtz. We'll work on that. All right, anyway.
New holiday.
Kurtz given.
Stab
and
someone
take
you
it away.
That's awesome.
But all right, well, maybe just think about it. We put everything together. We keep everything separate. Maybe if we all have certain important things on us, if something happens to one, or something gets stolen from one, maybe it's not all of our... It's like an all or nothing deal where, that could be bad.
Now, despite all this, guessing and hypotheticals, one thing we do need to discuss, what do we think exactly of Tavares' role here? Because I know the division with the temple is going to get very extreme in the next couple of years.
And we're still walking the town, right, Ezra?
Yeah.
I think we have the opportunity to sort of lessen the split and maybe sort of guide them, sort of maybe agree to disagree point.
Well, what would be the purpose of that?
If you ask me, Kurtz, considering the fact that she was allowed to continue as she did, unchecked and unchallenged, it led to the scenario that we faced 20 years in the future.
That is
so
true.
Perhaps we need to alter her current actions or decisions, or maybe even just her being in power.
That is true, but if we have two separate schools of power, maybe instead of one ruler, we try to institute a council.
Well, if you can try, but that might, change the doctrine that they probably established for hundreds of years. The temple and its priestess have been there since I don't know how long.
Well, change isn't always
Right.
thing.
Well, yeah, right. I mean, but different times call for different measures here. I mean, that 100,000 bajillion years ago, there was 3 goddesses and divine priestesses, and now we're goddessless and priestless technically here. So, I mean, maybe perhaps a change of guard isn't such a bad thing in terms of thought processes and things here.
And didn't Alundra say that the priestesses were trapped or they were gone? When we talked to her in that void.
Say the
goddesses?
again?
That the goddesses were gone or they were no longer here.
Yeah, they abandoned us.
What do you guys remember her saying?
I remember pretty much that they're like incontactable, or if that's a word.
All I remember is that they shoved her and threw her in the cushion.
That's like it right now.
And told her she was supposed to help us, and then
That there were 4 divine, amazing heroes. One in particular, a little better than the rest.
Shorter, but higher than all the rest.
Here's the thing. We do need to change things, and of course, the temple is going to change one way or another. But there's no reason why we should demonize Tavara, especially at this stage in her life. Later on, yes, she becomes sort of a dictator, but maybe at this point we can sort of steer her into becoming more understanding of other ideologies.
Well, it seems...
Why do you care so much about her anyways?
I've seen her grow up from a child.
So?
You didn't seem to like her when we met her in the normal timeline.
Yes, and now I have a chance to alter that woman who she may once become. And
Well,
turn her
perhaps-
into a better person.
Perhaps she just falls into the inevitable role of power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
If she does, then we deal with it.
By doing what?
Destroying the threat.
You mean killing her?
Yes.
Well, that's a bit extreme.
Well, you know what I think might actually make her change her path is if we actually shared with her what we're doing.
You want to try the honest approach?
I mean, tell the prophet that we actually are prophets and offer truth. Tell her things that no one else would possibly know unless we were actually time traveling.
It's a possibility, I suppose. It'd be good to have at least more insight that way. If we told her everything, then whatever she might have might get more of an insight for her to understand what she truly is being given or told by these voices.
Hey, Gert Skalatskin.
Go ahead.
So, let's put this in organization here. So year 20, Tavaria, that you, as we all noticed, had conversations with where, you said you saw her grow up and everything, and now in her more adult age of being a priestess and everything, what have you, you did give her some lip here and there in terms of the way she was acting, the way she was behaving. And now even just in this year here, do you know anything from her past about or anything at all about her childhood years? That what would have changed her to being from one thing to the other? I mean, perhaps maybe that's something that if we could change the one thing, maybe it would be better in the end game without having to go through all the killings and things. Is anything, like this one thing happened that she became who we solved kind of thing?
Mm-hmm. DM?
You're gonna have to go off of what you can remember from everything I've told you. If you don't, I'm not.
You really never told me much about Tavaria.
Right, so that's where you're gonna be at then.
She was essentially Alundra's ward. Alundra taught her and schooled her on the divine and so on and so forth. So
Right.
She was obviously being molded into the next divine, or whatever you want to call it. And from what we've seen so far, she's sort of been shunted into that position, which was more than likely expected of her from Alundra. It's possible that she isn't ready for this sort of responsibility, but she feels as though she needs to uptake the position in order to fulfill Alundra's wishes. Maybe her teachings are different than Alundra, but without that guidance of someone more knowledgeable, maybe that's how the descent starts.
Right. No, and I appreciate you bringing up the word, because as you're saying it, I'm thinking it too here. Perhaps maybe something we could try to help remedy the situation of the year 20 Tavaria, where she's very set in her ways, all about the justice and not so much about the unity. Maybe, as you said, her younger self being thrust into this position at such an early age of maybe not particularly being molded completely, maybe brought out of the oven a little too sooner than expected or needed. Maybe perhaps someone that we plant into that position of guidance could be something that could mold her in the appropriate final product that we're actually looking for here. So yeah, absolutely, Kurt. I agree with what you're saying here, that maybe perhaps her youth and unexperienced really at the whole thing was what really stemmed her future self and being so set in her ways. We could maybe guidance, I think, is probably the best word here, that we could maybe help the situation.
I mean, if you think about it, she's just sort of come into power, and she's already facing a sort of almost schism, insurrection from the inside of people who more than likely trusted her master, Alundra, and she expected to follow her, and now they're like, oh no, well, fuck you.
And I mean, just add a character real quick. So when we saw them earlier, I mean, Tavaria is, again, 19, 20 years younger. So how old is she? Is she like a fucking teenager doing this? Like, DM?
Maybe... Let me think here.
Because, I mean, if this is the thought process that we're going with, and, some 14-year-old just had to take over a temple of the world, yeah, I could see how it might be a lot to bear for someone.
She'd be upper, not quite 20, but in the upper tens of years.
Upper teens.
Yeah, upper teen, yeah.
All right.
Upper teens.
Maybe 16.
Right,
17.
so, no, Kurtz, I'm on the same wavelength here with you, friend. I think maybe we should look into that in this time that we have here, that... having a seed grow on its own can go wherever it wants, but if we plant a stick next to it, it'll grow right along with it there and go the course that we want. Maybe, perhaps.
Possibly, it's worth a try. To be honest, I don't see anyone else who, at this point in time, is worthy to replace her.
Well, I mean, it's not so much replacing, but maybe just so much someone to guide her, someone to be her right hand. I mean, 20-year-old. 20 years from now, we have what's that fellow that you were talking with all the time? I mean, he may not. Caldevar, right? Maybe he didn't necessarily give guidance or counsel, but he was always there. Perhaps if we can maybe get someone into that kind of position to, again, it sounds like she's kind of gonna be that anyway. We already know that, but if we could get someone in there with it, I mean,
Okay.
True.
Well, so then perhaps after we check and see if Orion has been sent anywhere, we should try and talk to Tavaria personally.
Possibly. And if we do, I don't think that complete honesty is the correct course of action, but we could pose as prophets. And technically we are warriors sent by the goddesses, so maybe that's enough to sort of sway.
To gain more clout, or why?
Perhaps maybe it would give us some sort of oomph if we did suggest such a person to be a right hand to her. You ever heard like the right hand man kind of thing? If we suggested someone also being suggested from us as prophets, if you will, or someone that as you say, clout. It might give a little bit more oomph to that suggestion, if you will. It's just a thought. I mean, hey, we're here and we're time traveling. Might as well, see what we.
I think we should play it by ear. I don't think we want to divulge this amount of weight until we absolutely have to.
But yeah, maybe if you've known her since she was little and saw her growing up, I mean, maybe just kind of getting a feeler in terms of her emotional state here of being, as you said, thrusted into this position of power all of a sudden. It's worth a shot. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, in the previous timeline, I didn't see her for over 20 years. I stayed on my farm, and then once Conquest came, I went off to war, and seeing her in Candoria was the first time in decades that I had seen or spoke with her. So I only knew her as the young girl under Alundra, so...
Right.
Question, DM, does Tavaria have any family?
Not that you know of.
It's possible she might just need someone older than her to steer her along instead of just letting her figure it out for herself.
She had a mentor, she had a guide in the form of Alundra, taken away and thrust into this position.
Not only taken away, Alundra abandoned her, essentially.
Well, I thought the goddesses kind of stripped her away.
Against her will.
Well, yes, we know that now, but think of it from Tavaria's point of view.
Correct. So just someone to maybe, again, it doesn't sound like we're going to be taking her out of this seat of power anytime soon, but perhaps to fill the void that was left of the guidance factor here. We had a guide, take it away. Let's see if maybe we can put someone back in that might be able to help. That we, as Urgra said, have some clout in the suggestion of.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why we're here.
It's worth a shot.
Alrighty. Well, good game, guys. We're gonna wrap
it up
there.
That's a good play.
Good game. You guys did a really good job. Thank you all of you for being here with us tonight, and thank you to all the viewers. So we play this campaign every single Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. So hopefully you guys can come watch us live. You guys will accrue 2 kinds of currencies. The loyalty point are the big one, where you guys can purchase health potions, inspiration points, stuff like that for the players. You can join our Discord throughout the week and get to know everybody. We love to hear about your guys' favorite moments in the show, and also, stuff of your guys' games. We have another game that plays on Sundays.
Yes, I will be DMing that one, and it is called Ages Past at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I will be having 4 other players, one of which we share, you do know here, which is Connor. But yeah, if you join us there, you will also accumulate HotA points and loyalty points, so you can spend those here. So it's a good win-win for us all.
Perfect. Yep, and don't forget to follow, guys. It really helps out the channel. If you click the bell, it'll notify you when we go live, so you guys don't ever miss a game. But our YouTube channel does have all the upload episodes, so if you guys miss anything, you guys can catch up on that stuff. So it's always a pleasure, and hopefully you guys join the HotA family, and we will see you guys next week. Have a good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.